Yes, sir. This way? This way? That'll do, pig. That'll do. 1 second, everybody.
No mom brain today?
No. Then right now.
Dr. Pepper freeze pops. You see that?
Join us here. Is it in the Discord?
Yeah.
No. Okay. That's done. Move this. Do this. Okay.
Like Kobayashi.
3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, episode 1028, the Venusaur podcast. Oh, I should have brought that stuff in. Son of a bitch. Venusaur, while it basks in the sun, Venusaur can convert the light into energy. As a result, it is more powerful in the summertime. It is 6 feet tall. It's 220 pounds, male and female. Its category is Seed, and its abilities include Overgrow. Overgrow powers up grass-type moves when the Pokemon's HP is low, and that is the end of the Pokemon section.
Yes.
I know it's just me and you at the table right now. Okay. Can I let you vamp for like 30 seconds? Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, of course.
You could talk to George, whatever you want. All right. And I'm going to go now.
All right. So, Do is taking over the GoNintendo podcast. My spiders, my flies have been sent all over the world. They will be back later with some exclusive rumors for you. And I'm here with our buddy George. George, how are you doing? Is it big lime season yet? You know, I'm thinking about giving up the lime game. That I don't believe, George. You would know. I'm just kidding with you. I'm just kidding. In fact, I doubled my lime intake. Oh, really? Your voice is actually a bit different. Is it because of all the citrus? Yeah, it's exactly why. That's exactly why. I went to the doctor, voice doctor. He said, too much citrus. I said, time to get a new doctor.
Not enough citrus. Am I right, George?
You are right.
George is here. How you doing, George?
Buongiorno.
Dew is here. How are you doing?
Uku.
Mom Brain is not here. Mom Brain is, boy, somebody spotted those as soon as I came in. Mom Brain is, what is this, Memorial Day weekend? Is that what we're doing?
It's Morrissey's birthday today.
That's what we're celebrating. You're right.
Yeah, Memorial Day's on Monday.
So Mom Brain is just starting off her vacation. She was outside mowing because that's what she loves to do, and now she's luxuriating. So I think she might join us specifically for one section of the show, but other than that, I would not expect Mom Brain. Nikki Hill.
This Sunday is Alfred Molina's birthday. That could be it too. Or John C. Reilly's birthday, also Sunday.
Oh my God, it's Alfred Molina's birthday, and he just had that new show come out.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's getting
a
good
birthday
reviews.
Gift to himself.
Nikki Hill. Okay, I don't think Nikki Hill is coming now. That's how this text reads to me. I'm not sure. He might be listening, so I'll let you know when I know. But now it seems like it might just be me and Dew. You know what? Let me annoy Mom Brain because I know she is in the house. Will she listen to this? Probably not. Mom Brain. The show, I think, has just turned into me and Dew, which is fine. But if you'd care to grace us with your presence for chunks of the show or right now, we would love to have you. But if not, totally understand. You've earned your
I mean, she's not going to say
weekend.
No. She's too nice. Don't send that. Let her relax.
Already sent. She might not know. She's 100%. She will be honest with me and hang back if she wants to. And she knows that I'll be okay with that. Josh Grobot is here, my friend from college days. How you doing, my friend?
I'm here to grace you with my presence.
Thank you. We graciously accept your presence. How you doing?
I'm feeling so great. Thanks for asking.
That's great to hear. Anything you want to share about what you've been up to? Anything you're playing?
Hanging and banging.
Hanging and banging, baby. I hear you. Okay. All right. Well, I ran out of room for this, so I'll just go to this right now. Because thank you to Pepperidge Farms. Pepperidge Farm? Is it Pepperidge Farm?
I thought it was a singular farm.
Okay, one farm where they make all these delicious treats. They sent over their full suite of Pokemon goldfish bags, and that was earlier in the week, and now 2 bags are gone. We ate the
Wow.
Pikachu bag and the Bulbasaur bag. So now we have the Squirtle bag, and we have the
Oh wow, these are like
Charmander
blue?
bag. Yes, they are blue. And if you
Cool.
take a close look at Squirtle's face, it is terrifying.
It's very scary. My gosh.
That when you look at it, like when you take the actual cracker out and look at it, you're like, okay, I get what they're doing. They went a little too far for what the machine could handle, but I understand it. But still, when you look at it, it's pretty terrifying.
I was thinking Charmander and Squirtle look exactly the same, but then when I looked at their drawings, they do look exactly the same. So
and keep in mind, well, as you know, those were the first Pokemon right out of the gate, and they were already copying. They were like, well, how about two guys with turtle heads, and one of them's orange and one of them's blue. Turtle heads like their faces, not like pooping, but they may be a different color, but they taste exactly the same as a regular goldfish, which is not a bad thing. I'm a big fan of goldfish.
not bad. Something's different.
You think so?
I mean, you can tell that they're going for the same exact thing, but
Sure? You're
it could
very
be mind
good.
over matter.
You're very
'cause
good at this stuff, but are you sure it's not the texture? Because the texture it's a very different texture from regular goldfish. Are you okay doing this, Mom Brain?
Maybe that's
Do
it.
want to make sure you're okay.
I am.
That's not what I asked.
You rang.
See,
I'm
I told you
here.
not to send.
Now
them.
I'm being thrown under the bus. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're not at any point, you please leave.
Okay.
Get out of here. Mom Brain is here, everybody.
I sure am.
How are you doing, Mom Brain?
I'm good.
We'll try and keep this show moving briskly for you. How about that?
I can.
There's a great Percy picture in the
Oh,
Discord.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me say hello to Discord. Radical Defect is here. They say, hi, Mom Brain. We love you. Mikey Vids, Ice Dilbert, Roth, SD, Maddie Biss, Burn and Cheese. Look at these cat pictures. So beautiful.
Oh, Percy. Voodoo tongue.
Drake, Matt the Game Freak, Eli, whoever else is in here. Thanks for joining us on this Friday podcast. Something I was gonna say. Oh, I saw you guys in the Discord. A couple of you asking other people to please wake you up when the show was starting. You're that dedicated to the podcast, which is amazing and fantastic. And I can't tell you how awesome that is to see. But please go get some sleep. It's Friday. You can take a nap and wake up late and play some, do whatever. I don't care, whatever you. But if you want to sleep, please sleep. Because I don't know if you know this, but there is an archived version of the YouTube show. And there is an MP3 version as well for regular podcast listeners. So you could pretend it's live anytime you listen to it. But if you want to be here live and you'd rather forego sleep, then who am I to say no? Thank you for joining us. I greatly appreciate it. Okay. I feel like there were things I wanted to talk about. Bernchi says the live show is just more fun, though. That's right. Because if you're not here live, I couldn't look over to Discord and read what I just read. So I guess there's something to that. And Radical Defect says, it's the highlight of my week. Wow. Hi, it's Stitch. They say I watch live if I can with a little Jigglypuff. Well, we're here. We're doing it live. Okay. We are at the beginning of
The oranges.
the oranges of hell,
The beginnings.
hell times in video game land. It used to be E3 would come along and you'd have 3 or 4 days of E3 hell, but that was it. You'd do your 3 or 4 days, it was madness, and then it was over. But E3 is dead as we know it. So in recent years, every company has been like, I'm going to do, or we're going to do our own presentation, and it's an hour, or it's an hour and a half, or it's 2 hours. And everybody under the sun does their own thing. And then other organizations have come together as well. And I'm not, by naming names, I'm not shaming them. I'm just saying there's like the Wholesome Games thing and Future Game Show and IGN Live and all these things. So starting with the last week of May, practically all throughout June, it's going to be presentations. And I will be covering them all, unfortunately. But get ready, everybody, because it's going to be an onslaught of reveals of Switch and Switch 2 games, and it won't stop for weeks on end. But if you want to be up to date with what's going on, I will be covering it. And thank you for your support in general. I know we get a lot of attention when that stuff's going on, a lot of new followers and all that stuff. So I appreciate it. Just I'm letting you know that if you're listening to the podcast, I will probably be losing my mind as the weeks go on. And on top of all that, there will probably be more typos on the site than usual because I'm going much quicker than usual. And I try and go back and fix things, but sometimes stuff slips through the cracks. And plenty of stuff slips through the cracks as it is now. But just there's your fair warning. Uku. We had a conversation the other day. Hey, 8-Bit Lego. And
we decided to stay just friends.
We much to my disappointment. It seems our conversation jinxed me.
Oh no.
And it was it's not exactly what we talked about, but it is certainly related. So
is this the one about the Who's the Boss theme song, or
no, whatever. Any conversation about that is never bad.
Was that TikTok?
Oh, it's awesome.
It was so good.
I saw it and I was like, this is amazing, and I liked it. And then, a couple hours later, RMC sent it to us, and I was like, I'm so happy that we're all getting this.
Yeah,
because it's not.
I'm sending it to the Discord in a second.
Right? But it's just so great.
It is something that if I saw in real life, I would have never thought to do.
I wouldn't have thought of that. But the second I heard the music with it, I knew exactly what they were doing.
Discord, I'm sending it now for our audio listeners. It is someone just sitting in traffic, and there's a beat up van across the road from them. And they slowly zoom in on the van, but they play the theme song from Who's the Boss in the background, because that is how the intro to Who's the Boss starts. Tony Danza showed up at whatever their name's house was in his beat up van. In the original intro of the show, you see it driving down the highway and stuff like that. So he was inspired to make this TikTok, and perfection. As far as TikToks go, perfection. When it hits the right group of people, every single person is going to be like, this is a great TikTok. So there you go. There's the TikTok and there's the story. Plus the Who's the Boss theme song, just amazing in general. But anyway, our conversation, it was not about Who's the Boss. It was about X, Twitter. And I was talking about how I don't like to support Elon. And if I could be off of Twitter, I would. But it's by far the site's biggest form of traffic and impressions. And that's how it gets people to come over and visit. So it's very important, unfortunately. And you were like, what if Elon made it so that you had to pay for every tweet? And I was like, no, I wouldn't do that.
It was a stupid thing to say, by the way, now that I think about it.
Not stupid, because, well, you're going to hear. So and I said, no, I wouldn't be that. I wouldn't be involved with that because that's just insanity. So hey, SD, on Twitter, there has always been, even before Elon took it over, there's always been a limit of how many tweets you could send in a day or how many tweets you could reply to in a day. But it was some crazy number. I don't want to say numbers because I don't know officially, but it was like a number no one would ever hit. Then as Elon, there's the intro, Ross. Then as Elon took over, he slowly started to change how some of that worked. Now, here's a little back end GoNintendo news for you. We used to have a button on GoNintendo for people who wrote news posts. And that button would be clicked by whoever did the news post to automatically send that story to Twitter. So rather than having to go over to Twitter manually and do the picture and the link and all that stuff, you just click that button, boop, all done. And for a while, it worked great. That's right. 8-Bit Lego knows that button because he's used it, but he can't anymore. That button has now been removed from the site because it ceased to function. For a while there, when the first time it started to not work as intended, we found out that Elon had changed things so that if you were using that sort of setup, you could only do 25 posts in 24 hours. And that wasn't enough for GoNintendo. So, hey, Rotzel, good to see you. So I was like, all right, well, there's a way around this. I will tweet manually, and those don't count towards the number. And everybody else on staff can use the button still, and that'll work. And that's exactly how it worked. Every once in a while, someone would be like, the tweet button doesn't work because we hit our threshold another way. And I'd go in and take care of it, but not a big deal. Well, that's changed again. I don't know what the threshold is now, but it is lower than 25. I want to say it's something like 15 to 20, which I could do in a couple hours. So that's not viable at all. But here's the really bad part. That's for manual tweeting as well, which is how I found out. So it's not only did the button not work, but I went to Twitter and it was like, you've been, well, I forget what the message is, but it basically was like, you've been throttled. And I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? So I tried a different tweet and that also didn't work. And I tried another way of doing things and that didn't work. I was like, well,
It's not gonna happen.
this is a very big problem. So I went and read, and other people are having the same issue. And apparently it applies to how many tweets you read and how many tweets you interact with and how many tweets you reply to as well. I don't know what the numbers are, but they have all come down because Elon, for whatever reason, changed things up because he wants people's money, obviously. We also found out that we were using Twitter's API to do the button on the site, which is where the issue came into in the first place. And I told T27 Duck about this new issue, and he was like, well, the API is actually separate. So not only could I, like, if I was going to fix the problem with manual tweeting, that would still mean the button wouldn't work. So that's another way that I would have to pay a completely separate fee to have the button work on the site. And I'm like, I don't want money to go to Elon at all. But unfortunately, now, unless I don't want to be able to use Twitter and I can't, randomly pick and choose what stories I'm going to tweet, because I can't guarantee that later on in the day, a big tweet's going to come out or a big story is not going to come out. Like Miyamoto the other day was like, Star Fox Direct in 10 minutes. And I can't be like, well, my Twitter limits it. Can't post about it. Like, that's insanity. That's right. Thank you. So I am very sad to say I am now a Twitter premium subscriber, the base level of premium, because I researched to find out, will this fix my issue? And it does. So I'm the lowest level Twitter premium Twitter user
right now.
I know, it's terrible. So
I just can't even believe that this is where we're at.
Well, this is why I'm talking about it on the podcast. So it was like, we'll have to manually check your account to see if you're approved for a blue check mark. And I was like, is there a way that I cannot have a blue check mark? This would be great because I don't want one. So it was like, usually this approval takes a couple days. It took 5 minutes and I already had a blue check mark. And I'm like, I don't want this check mark. But here's the whole reason I'm talking about this. So tweets continue as usual. Everything will be fine there. Please go follow us on Threads or Blue Sky. That's what I'm saying. I don't want my money going to Elon. I don't like using his service. My hands are tied as far as like where GoNintendo's bread and butter is. So until those other social media platforms, Facebook, Threads, whatever I said, Blue Sky, until those match what the other ones do, Threads is coming up. Blue Sky is pretty decent, to be honest. Blue Sky is pretty decent. Let me put this in perspective. On Threads, which is a much smaller follower account, but we're growing steadily. Our last week on Threads, we had over 300,000 impressions, which is great. On Twitter, in our last 7 days, we had 9.2 million impressions. So, I mean, it's a big difference. But anyway, this is why I'm telling this to you guys. Long story short, I am going to donate money somewhere else, an equal amount to what I'm spending on Twitter, because I need to make myself feel better. But
Radical Defect said that just as you were saying it.
Wow. The question is, what do I donate to? And I'm asking you, the GoNintendo podcast listener, because we will make this decision
Planned
together.
Parenthood.
I want this money to go to something as anti-Elon as you can possibly think of. So
Some kind of rehab facility.
drop your recommendations in the Discord. Send me an email at rawmeatcowboy@gmail.com. Either of those is fine.
Where?
You have rawmeatcowboy@gmail.com. You have 1 week to give me your ideas, and then I will, whatever is the most popular, I will then donate monthly the same exact amount from Twitter to this organization. So let them rip. and I am all about it. Yes, I know Mom Brain and I right off the bat would love to do a trans organization, but do not let that shape you. We love animals. We love I'm trying to think of what else.
you just the way you said animals reminded me of that Tim and Eric.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I am Carlor.
We love teachers. We love the arts. We love there's so many things. So please don't let what we like shape what you want to do. Just really the only thing I can say is we want it to be as anti-Elon as possible. And this is not like a donate $4 to the Murder Elon Club. That's not what I'm talking about. We want to counteract what we say is his negative stuff that he's doing with a positive donation that will help people in need in some way. So a week's time, the human race. That's right. We want to support the human race. A week's time, I will report back in the next episode of the podcast and let you know what has been decided. So the amount is $4.
Well,
$4.
I've got an idea. There's a really, really great in Utah. There's like this great AI.
Hey, Pixelrific.
I don't even know what it is.
Do you follow those people on TikTok? The Utah girls?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. I love them, and I love that whole thing with stupid ass Mr. Wonderful causing them all kinds of problems and everything. Yes.
That guy, man,
Hate that man.
He's
I don't say hate often,
he?
and I really reserve it for people that I feel that strongly about. I hate that man. I really do hate that man. But that's another topic for another day. But you're right, that whole Utah thing is crazy.
He did this. Look, this is nothing in the grand scheme of his things, but like in the movie Marty Supreme, there's a line where he's like, he basically plays himself in Marty Supreme, and he's just like, he's like, I'm an effing vampire. I can whatever. He's like trying to be some tough rich dude.
Hey, Laxer.
And like in real life, he was on like some news show and tried to use that line. He was like, I'm a vampire, and like was trying to sound cool about it. And it was like, oh God. I mean, it's just so disgusting.
We say all the time, or especially I say, that these people act like real life supervillains, and it seems like that's who they want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want that.
They talk about that part.
It's crazy that
well, you've heard it here. Figure out a way for our money to be donated to someone who stops all those people. Did I see Outlaws? Hey, Outlaws, good to see you. I'm sorry I didn't
it
call
was
you out.
Outlaws recommendation, a good trans rights organization.
I don't know why your name didn't register until right now. Hello. So anyway, there's that. This is so funny. I didn't even realize this until right now. A second topic before Patreon, also related to you. Last week, you asked me a wonderful question about Mina the Hollower. You said, are there any accessibility, quality of life features to adjust how the game works when it comes to making it easier, more difficult?
This is how Mina the Hollower works.
So, also, by the way, I said last week that I've known the Yacht Club gang for a long since they've first been around, and I love them to death. And they listened to this episode of the podcast last week before we could even get the timestamps up. Like a couple hours after it was live, they left a comment on the YouTube version, and that was really cool to see. So thanks for listening. And if you're listening right now, I'm going to talk more about Mina the Hollower. But your question was accessibility, quality of life features. Well, I have since done my due diligence, and it goes far above and beyond. And I mean that as a good thing, not saying they have needlessly gone beyond the limit, but just so much that you can do to make the Mina the Hollower the kind of game you want it to be. I did not write down all of the things that are available, but I wrote down a decent amount. So the game has a buttload of modifiers that lets you adjust how the game works as far as ease of play or other features. So between all of these, you will be able to find something to make the game the way you want it to be. Here's, again, not all of them, but a serious amount of modifiers that are available to you in the game to turn off or on at your own will. High jump, 2 times walking speed, 2 times burrow speed, jump to exit burrow, walk on pits, auto jump, floatier jumps, infinite burrow, walk on spikes, no pit damage, no surge line, less invincibility time. That's when you get hit by an enemy. Some games give you a grace period. You can do more invincibility time. Take 1.5 times damage. Take 0.75 damage. Take 3 times damage. Take 0.5 damage. Steady healing, infinite health, less plasma, which is magic. Close enough. more plasma, recovery roses, healing plasma. You can change the game speed. You can make the game run at 10% of what it does if you want, or any other number in there. More underlabs, boss checkpoints, no bone loss. Now we're talking. Bones are the currency, and when you die, you'll lose some of the currency, but you could do with a modifier that takes that away. Quick heal, fewer underlabs, take 3 times damage, alternate color palettes, super jumping, free vials, no aggro, weak bosses, free sidearms. So, like your knife or your axe or any of those. You just get them and use them as much as you want. They don't cost a thing. Scale combat, ignore damage, cheap sidearms, lose 1 level, boning up 20% slower, way more bones.
Oh,
death,
yeah.
You lose 50% of bones on death. You bone up 20% faster. Faster. Bone bosses or boss bones. And then there's so much more. And also there's just a flat out assist mode that includes like 10 of those modifiers right off the bat. And you can turn on that assist mode and it'll automatically turn on those 10 for you just to make the game more manageable overall. So if you're worried about the game being too difficult, there is an abundance of modifiers that will make the game scale to what you would like. And again, you can make it more difficult if you'd like as well. And you don't have to have them all on or all off. And you don't have to have them on the whole time. You can turn them on and off as you go. So
that's good to hear.
There's your answer.
That's quite comprehensive. That's a lot of stuff that I would have never thought of, but really, really cool.
Really cool to see that stuff. Yeah.
It's funny that you had to take a week. I mean, it wouldn't have taken you a week, but you had to take the week to look up that stuff because you're not the type of person to use any of those accessibility features. And Radical Defect asked a question that also you would not care about. He's asking, do the modifiers disable feats? Are there even feats in the game? And I can't. Feats to me are like achievements. You don't like those, I'm sure, right?
I do not like those. No, and that has nothing to do with Mina the Hollower. It's in general.
Right.
Trophies, achievements, feats.
Yeah,
like
you don't like that stuff, but because you probably don't even know if there's feats in the game because you probably don't care.
If they are in there, I'm not even paying attention to it, and I don't. I want to say yes. I want to say I've seen something. So do these impact it? I don't know. Now I have to go back and look again. But by this time next week, the game will be out, so you'll know. I can write about it in my review. But yeah, I honestly don't know. I would imagine yes. I would think it would not be fair, if it's like kill this boss and take no damage, and maybe that's a feat. And you're like, well, I have infinite health, and then you get the feat. That doesn't seem fair to me, but
yeah,
I don't know. So there you go. I've seen plenty of people saying that they're very worried about Mina the Hollower because they think it's going to be too difficult for them. Worry no more, friends. You have plenty of options to negate all of that stuff if you'd like. And then maybe on your second playthrough, you could go and try with some of the different modifiers on and see how it works. Also, there's a buttload of post-game content available as well. There's a lot of things to do post-game. So you'll be spending quite a bit of time with this game, and I can't get into all the specifics because I'm not allowed to, but I can talk about it in my review, and then I'll talk more about it on the podcast. But that's for later. So there you go. Question answered, and I hope that satisfies your thirst for knowledge on Mina the Hollower. Dude, you can join the GoNintendo Patreon
For $1.
By the way, did you see the new mini episode of Billy on the Street?
No.
He did a little thing to promote a book he's got coming out, and he basically did like a 2.5-minute episode of Billy on the Street. Still got it. Perfect. Exact kind of Billy you want, meets normal people and weirdos, and it's the best. It was a really, really. I was like, man, I really. Miss
I don't know. There's so many great clips that we still quote from
Name a Woman.
Yeah, Name a Woman. We do like every week, but nobody's better. I mean, maybe there is. I've seen a lot of it. I don't know if I've seen it all, but nobody's better than that lady that gets mad at him, and she's like, "What is this? Like a internet thing?" He's like, "No, it's like a TV,
like a TV thing."
Oh my god, oh my god, that interaction is so great.
She's really like, "Well, I don't give a shovel," and I forget what he says. And
it's really
it is very funny. He is fantastic at that man on the street stuff. Obviously, a little bit of a different style than man on the street interviews used to be, but boy, does it work for me.
I also love when he's got the celebrity with them and like the person on the street has no idea who they are and like just wants to get away from probably talking to the most famous person they've ever seen, and they're like trying to get away from him.
There's no famous people in this one other than Billy, but you will be happy there are a few people who get immediately nervous and try to get away from Billy like always.
I mean, I would like, I know who he is, so after the initial shock, I would not be scared of him. But if somebody that I didn't recognize like came up with his energy, I'd be like, get me out of this.
There's one guy who I even forget what exactly the guy says, but he says something to Billy that is so something my dad would say. It's just such a lame joke that my dad would do. And that's when I sent the clip to our Discord chat the other day where Billy's like, I want to effing kill myself as he's walking away. And that's what the response is to. It's very funny. But anyway, yes.
For $1.
Billy is back. What did I write about on Patreon this week? I wrote about games that you're terrible at, but you love them anyway. No matter how bad you are at the game, you still have fun playing it, because I think everybody has at least a couple of those games where you really suck at it, but you just keep going back to it because you're having fun. It's not about doing well. It's about enjoying the mechanics and whatever else. You just are really having a fun time. And I use the recent example of Sectori. I have gotten to the second boss, but I can't beat it, and it's a random boss each time. Just by that time, I'm like, I can't get any further, but I keep trying because I just enjoy it so much, and it's so much fun. And I love the soundtrack, and I want to be better at it, but I'm not mad that I'm not. I just, I enjoy the gameplay loop. It's a lot of fun. By the way, there was a story about Sectori this week. It wasn't a top story, but Sectori came out on PS5 and PS5, PC, and Xbox like 6 months ago. It's a game made by a solo dev. And then he released it on Switch 2 last week. And he said the response to the Switch 2 version was, I believe his words were, awesome in all capital letters. Much bigger than he thought it would be. Awesome. And he said things have gone so well that he will now finally be able to pay himself a salary from making Sectori. He has made no money on Sectori yet. Any revenue that was made went back into the cost of development and all that stuff. But now, thanks to the Switch 2 version and how well it's doing, he can finally pay himself a salary. So that's awesome, because that was like less than a week after the game came out. So
he can finally afford Twitter Premium and start tweeting out his
Where did
ideas.
I read his? I want to say his comments were on Blue Sky. Now that I'm thinking about it, but yes, everybody's trying to pivot to Blue Sky, because I would argue as well it's the best of all of them. So go follow Annie Austin on Blue Sky. He's still on Twitter, but he posts on Blue Sky, and I believe he posts different things on Blue Sky. I believe I'll see different things from his usual stuff.
Annie Austin, he's dead to me.
He's dead to you? Why?
Because he gave me the runaround about his fact checker.
He gave you a very straight answer, just didn't have a definitive answer. He gave you a very straight answer. He gave you a very straight response, but not a definitive answer.
It was a non-answer is what it was.
Annie Austin's latest post, he says, let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are. It will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life, but it ain't about how hard you hit, how hard you're hit. It's about how hard you can get hit. Keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. And he ends it with a picture of.
Isn't that Sylvester Stallone
Rocky
saying that?
Balboa.
Oh, okay, yeah, I thought so. I was like, wait, that sounds really, really familiar.
There you go. So I guess he was in a Rocky kick.
No, he denied me the answers, which I so sorely needed, and then went and tweeted that and was like, "Get over it, buddy."
Got him. And he also
dealing with ambiguity is something you got to get better at.
Annie Austin, when you listen to this episode of the podcast, I would like you to go on the Blue Sky and give us one more bit of lore about what's his name.
See, this would be a better argument for me if I even remembered the guy's name. It's like Derek or Gil or something.
I still have my text, so I can tell you.
It was
Luke.
I'm really not that upset. Austin, obviously. So
in Austin's videos, Luke is his researcher that he refers to, and he shows a picture of an old man. And Dude wants to know more about Luke, and Austin is playing very coy about it. So Maybe he'll hear this and he'll give you a little.
Some would say too coy.
Drake says listening to the A4 podcast and they called out Annie Austin. They liked his videos, as should everybody. He's a wonderfully talented young man, and he's got many great years ahead of him. His latest video is about the best nightclubs in video games, so go check that one.
That's a great one.
As I've said many times, I love Austin and I love the way he makes his videos and I appreciate his work, but usually his topics are not for me because he does a whole bunch of things that I would describe as like not. It's like stuff I'd hear about in school, but it'd be way boring in school. And in his videos, I still think it's boring, but the way he does it is so entertaining. So that's why I like it. But the topic I don't care about at all. But this video, best nightclubs and video games, I find very entertaining all through and through. I got no complaints about it. I mean, those are personal complaints on the other things, but like that's a topic I enjoy. So
yeah, I've only got one complaint.
about poop. And also I like his videos where he lives a day in whatever, like Skyrim or Cyberpunk or any of that. I appreciate those because it's a game within a game, and I love places within places, so I love those videos.
Yeah, what's up with the big world? What's new with the big world? I don't know if it's new or up. I forget.
I don't remember, but I know exactly who you're talking about. But anyway, what else did I write about? I wrote about the pushback on accessibility in video games because I saw a TikTok of an indie developer making a game. I don't remember what the game was, but it was about fishing. And he was talking about he's doing like behind the scenes videos of him developing the game to show people like what's in the game, what goes into making the game, aspects that he's working on. And he was talking about the accessibility features that he's putting in the game for like color blindness and font ease of readability when it comes to font and all that stuff.
Fish wiggle physics. Studying.
I don't
fish
know.
Wiggle
I don't know if that counts as accessibility. I guess if you were a fish, it would. But he was talking all about that, and I was like, "This is really cool." He's like putting a lot of work into making sure all different types of people can enjoy his game
and fish.
And I went to the comments, and people were like, "Woke, why are you wasting?" For real. Why are you wasting your time on this? I don't care about this stuff.
Fish is ugly as hell.
Virtue signaling, and I'm like, what's going on here? And people genuine. I clicked on their profiles to see, and I don't,
good people, salt to the
yes,
people.
Whatever. I'm going to say lots of people with religious imagery, or lots of people with
very Christ-like of them.
The thin blue line flags, and lots of people where I'm like, I'm not surprised this is what I'm seeing, but I was like, really angry about accessibility features in video games. So
you don't even have to.
They shouldn't be there. I don't want to learn about them.
Keep
I don't want to hear about
out of video games.
That's right.
For a fishing game too. It's not even like a jiggly boobs volleyball game.
Doesn't matter. Woke is infiltrating games all over the place. And then
hope none of those people ever had IEPs in school.
Mina the Hollower did their kids didn't have those problems in school back in those days.
Right.
Mina the Hollower Yacht Club's TikTok has a video about accessibility.
Sperm count is very low. How do we have the figures for teenage sperm counts? I don't know, but we have them, and I have them.
Yacht Club had an accessibility video for Mina the Hollower, and I went to their comments, and it was the exact same stuff. And I was like, I get if you're not going to use them, and I get if you don't care about them, but to actively push back against them being there, that's insane to me. Like, there are other people out there who have color blindness, or who have who are dyslexic, or
who
whatever,
are struggling
have
to
motion
get
sickness
in the world,
and maybe
every
just
day.
They want to play a game, and if they could play a game where the font can be changed to make it easier for them to read, maybe that's a good thing. But no, these people think it's woke and bad, and they don't want to hear about it, and they think it's ruining games. And I'm like, this is a sickness to which I cannot understand.
It's because you don't have to play like that. So it's a sickness. You're a sick person.
You are, yeah.
You saw something that could help somebody else, and you hated it for what reason? Because you hate.
How about we even go a step back, right? Of course it's helping somebody else, right? But it's literally it's not giving them a leg up. It's providing them access to something that you already have access to
Yeah.
because of your
It's bringing
privilege.
them up to where others are.
Right.
Yeah.
It's right. It's giving them access to something they would not have otherwise had access to.
And I'm also not against giving anybody a leg up. If somebody can have things easier than I had them, go right ahead. I'm not going to push back
But
on
that's
that.
to be clear, not what's
Yes,
happening when
yes. I
you're
just wanna
adding
stress,
accessibility.
I run the full gamut.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not like,
Crazy.
I had to pay for my college and these people can get in for please. I
You know
hope
what?
they get in for free.
MF and glasses, they're woke. That's an accessibility feature that I have. I can access the world the same way perfectly.
I didn't always need glasses and I do, so now I'm woke.
Yeah,
I
woke.
become woke. I see the world through woke lenses.
Oh my God, I'm a Four Eyes.
Hey, Baz,
No.
good to see you.
That's it.
Baz says,
wokes.
I'm sure accessibility features don't feel woke to the 25% of people with some disability. Yeah, you're right.
But
exactly.
it's-
And they're not woke at all.
It's over, man. Like
Yes,
it's
it is.
over.
You know what? Damn it. It is woke because people are waking up to the fact that others need help just to get to a baseline level of living. And we should be doing that all the time.
I would like to open our minds a little bit further.
Third eye.
Right? Remember, the system is set up to benefit a certain kind of person. So it's not necessarily that someone is
Alphas.
disabled or needs help. It's just that the way the system has been built and maintained is for a very specific kind of person.
Let me put it in ways that these idiots can understand. There are chuds out there who need to we need to able max them so they can become alphas, and that's what these game developers are doing. They're able maxing their games.
Able max.
They're what's a better term than able max? It's got to be something max. They're accessibility maxing. That's too long.
Access maxing.
Access maxing. I really like that. So that's what it's all about. Maybe you guys can understand that.
But that's
anyway.
just it's crazy.
That's
to me.
insane.
Like that's so crazy.
If you
Hope you never take an elevator or an escalator.
I'll
You
probably-
always take the stairs. You
Well,
woke MFers.
some people are afraid of them.
I'm afraid of escalators.
I would that one guy just died on one. Did
yeah,
you
that was
see that?
horrible.
I will usually give people. I'll usually be more lenient with people than some would, and I know even Mom Brain will be angry with me for
happening.
being too lenient with some people. But if you're someone who says, or if you're someone that's angry that there's accessibility features in game, then I'm done with you in general. Like I have no room to hear that argument because in my opinion, there is no argument
That's a crazy one.
That's
like
crazy.
I-
That's legitimately
Yeah.
crazy.
like if there's a woman in the game or a character's trans or there's
woman.
gay themes or something, I don't like when people obviously hate on that stuff, but those are things that like you can't get around because it's part of the game. This is something that it's just there for disabled people
Yeah.
to like turn on, or differently abled people or whatever to turn on or turn off
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, how does this affect you at all?
And also
all to the point that you have to make like, okay, say you hate it and you're a horrible troll somewhere, but you have to like text about it or tweet about it or leave a comment about it like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And these are the same
so
people, or
crazy.
a lot of them are the same people who play Fortnite and leave the visual audio on and don't think anything of it.
well, but you looked and you saw Christian imagery or Back the Blue or whatever. Like, what's a Christian supposed to be? They're like supposed
Yeah.
to like love thy neighbor. What's the blue supposed to be? Protect and serve. Like,
yeah.
like I don't understand why it's like I love these things so much that
We're not pushing
can
back on the
be
idea
a
of like
jerk. Like,
religion or anything like that. It's just like I thought, religion is about helping the people around you and being understanding and caring and uplifting. How can you have the cross as your profile icon and then also be like, I hate this woke accessibility stuff? Those two don't jive for me, but that's where we live in. There you go. We got all we need in the Discord right now, Mom Brain. The one and the only, the best man the earth has ever seen.
I think that's
Mr.
actually
Rogers.
from his very last message to us that I watch probably once a week and more often when I'm having a really hard time because it reminds me it's like written for like us old
Mr.
people.
Rogers' final words were, I like you just the way you are. I'm Audi 5000. What he said. Moving
And
on.
I hate accessibility features. Oh,
I love you just the way you are, minus the colorblind people. I also wrote about Nintendo's brand new mobile game that they announced this week, and it's coming out, I want to say, the 28th. Picto Nico. Picto Nico is coming to smartphones everywhere,
Popo Shijo.
and it is basically the combination of WarioWare and the like camera games that Nintendo had on the 3DS into one. And it looks fantastic because I love WarioWare and I love those little camera mini games on the 3DS, and now Nintendo's bringing them to mobile phones. So you take pictures of your friends and they're inserted into the games.
Have that music that you love from the Game Boy camera?
No, but the trailer makes it very clear that it has WarioWare style music. It is. If I didn't know what the game was and I just heard the music from it, I'd be like, "This is a WarioWare game." I'm going on YouTube to get the trailer. Here you go. Right there. It's all the like it's Wario. This is WarioWare without Wario in it. And that's totally fine by me because I think if you're going to try and reach the mobile, I think this is such a smart mobile move for Nintendo. Is it going to find an audience? I don't know, but this feels like it is catered to mobile users because lots of people know Wario, but if they hear a new WarioWares on mobile phones, you're automatically going to limit the audience to people who will buy Wario or WarioWare games. If you call it a new name, then you're fine. Then if you don't have Wario and all the characters in it, but instead you make the player the characters or their friends and family the characters, that's another way to woo people in. So you could be hanging out with friends and take a picture of somebody and their face is in the game, and then you're pulling the nose hairs out of their nose, or you're shoving the Q-tip in their ear, or you're whatever, brushing bugs out of their hair, or making them eat food by moving them, all that stuff. It looks great. It looks really, really great. I'm very excited for it. The only worry I have, not for me, but for how people are with mobile games in general, is you'll be able to play some of the games for free. It's not a lot, like 3 or 4 of the games for free, and then you pay for like packs. And I don't know if people are going to want to do that. But counterpoint, what was that Ellen DeGeneres game? Heads Up, where you guess trivia? That was full of packs, and that sucker sold like crazy. So this might work the exact same way. People will be down to buy a pack here or there.
Wait, that was Ellen's game?
I don't know if it originally started with her, but she was a big part of it and promoted it and was on the packaging for it at one point. So like she was definitely heavily involved there. But yeah, it uses a similar pricing scheme to that. So we'll see. But I will be there day one. I love WarioWare, and I played that. There was some maybe one of you guys remembers. I wrote about it. Remembers. Yeah. I wrote about it on Patreon. There was some mobile game that was basically WarioWare, but not made by Nintendo, and I really liked it. I just felt that there weren't enough games in it. So now I can get an actual WarioWare game, even though it's not named that, made by Nintendo, and I'm all about it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So very excited for that.
Wait, so you made a Patreon about how you loved this game on mobile that was kind of like WarioWare and how you wished WarioWare would come to mobile, and now it is, and you don't think you had any influence making Nintendo do that?
That is correct.
All right, then.
Mm-hmm.
I beg to differ.
We know developers are listening. Maybe Nintendo.
You got a text message from Miyamoto. Personally from
This is
him.
Miyamoto. I'm doing a Star Fox Direct in 20 minutes. I will let everyone else know in 10.
Yeah, that's why it took him so long, because he had to go through a list of people individually.
Right. Who do I got here? I have met him many times. I've spoken with him once, and it's one of my favorite memories of GoNintendo because it was me, him, and Bill Trinan, and they were like, "You only have 10 minutes to interview him," and I was like, "Okay," and I spent 5 minutes just thanking him because I wouldn't do what I did if it wasn't for his games. And Bill Trinan and I had like a little moment there. Miyamoto doesn't need a translator for English. He understands it. So he knew what I was saying, and he seemed very appreciative. But Bill and me had there's a little something there. And I talked with Bill many times since that. Bill's a great guy. Also, Bill Trinan, everybody. Sorry to put them on blast, but very woke. Very, very woke. So, and I mean that Truthfully, I'm not saying that just
How
making a
bad
joke.
would you feel if like he started getting like horrible tweets from people because you said that he was woke?
He is woke. I guarantee you he's woke. He often, very frequently on his Instagram posts very woke things. So sorry to shatter the illusion there, people, if you don't want woke Bill Trinan, but there you go. Moving on, what else did I write about? I wrote about the rash of that's right. One of my favorite Bill videos ever. That one right there in the Discord with him eating the donuts, stealing Reggie's donuts, just like Reggie stole my breakfast that one day. I'll never forget it, Reggie. I wrote about the rash of Link's Awakening style games that are coming out in recent years. It seems like, there's 3D platformers nowadays made by indie devs, and they're inspired by Banjo or Mario and things like that. But it seems like specifically there are developers who really loved Link's Awakening, Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, and now they are making their own games like that. For example, the Ratcheteer DX, which I talked about a few times recently. Mina the Hollower coming up at the end of next week. That is very clearly influenced by those games. There's Castaway, which is a little bite-sized Zelda-style game, very much in that style of Awakening and Oracle of Ages.
Do you get to
and
play
Seasons.
as Wilson?
No.
Oh,
But there's
that's very funny.
There's a dog. I'm trying. Wilson was kind of a pet, right? There's a dog, and
Wilson's a good dog name, I guess.
Then there's Castaway. Castaway was made by the guy who made Lunark, the cinematic platformer with the guy that did his own rotoscoping.
Joel
which is really
Schumacher did Lunark?
Cool.
Sorry.
History's Greatest Monster. No. And also the newest one coming out is Isle of Reveries, which is coming to Switch in 2026 later. We don't have an exact date, but this year. Looks awesome. But again, very heavily influenced by those Zelda titles. And I really love that because I love those Zelda games. And it's not just like it plays like those games. It's using that same art style because, as we've seen many times in recent years, back when the PS1 was the system for Sony, developers would make games like Silent Hill or Nightmare Creatures, or whatever we want to say, and Wipeout and Pandemonium and Jumping Flash. And those polygonal games had certain hallmarks for the visuals back then, where like walls would wobble and some of the like texturing would stretch and it warp and it wouldn't look right. And faces looked a certain way and whatever, because of the limitations at the time. But those were the best those systems could do. But then you fast forward a couple decades, and now developers use those art styles as an art style, not because hardware isn't more capable. But now we look back on that stuff, and some developers are like, no, that's not just the limitations of the platform. That helped create a unique art style of the time. And just because we can make visuals that look more realistic than that doesn't mean we should or need to. Maybe we can look at that as an art style. And I think that's really awesome. So we've seen that with a lot of PS1 style games. And now we're seeing that with these Link's Awakening homages with games that look very much like that and try and stay close to that color palette and all that stuff. And I think that's a really cool idea. So we're in that renaissance right now of Link's Awakening, Oracle of Ages, and Seasons style games, and I am here for it. I don't know. Whoa. I think I swallowed a mustache hair.
Gross.
And it like lodged itself in the back of my throat.
We're done talking about that.
Wonder if that makes it grow faster.
We're going to find out. And
Yeah.
And then the last thing I wrote about, or one short because it is Friday, not Saturday, I wrote about games where you choose the hard difficulty at the beginning, because I have never, ever, ever done that until this week.
What?
What game did I do it for? Well, you'll find out later today. If you're on Patreon, you already know. But, has there ever been a game where you, from the start, picked hard?
No, easy maybe.
Yes.
Now I'm always normal. As a child, I would go easy. And it wasn't until Double Dragon 2, The Sacred Stones, that I realized that can bone you. So
there were games where you were punished if you chose an easier setting because it was like, okay, you beat the first 3 levels. You want to see the rest of the game? Play on normal. It's like, what? No, I still struggled getting through these levels.
Exactly. So no, I've never played. I'm trying to think of any time that I actually played on hard.
Yeah.
Anytime. That is not my bag. I usually, I want things to not be so difficult for me.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And I took many years of my life to wrap my head around that, and I'm still embarrassed about it. That shouldn't have been like a badge of courage. Well, it should be a badge of courage. Like if you beat a game on hard, you can be proud of that, of course. But it shouldn't be. I shouldn't look down on people for playing on easy or normal, and I did for a long time, and I'm embarrassed that I did. But those years are long behind me now. But anyway, yes, I had my very first game where I chose hard from the start. I'll talk about it later. I don't know what your answers are because I haven't read them yet because I just posted it today. But we'll find out. But for now, let's get to the news.
Finally.
See the Rock get pulled over for tinted windows?
Finally.
The Rock got pulled over for tinted windows.
Finally.
And you know,
When
it's
he-
illegal.
When he rolled the window down, was his eyebrow doing the?
The
The
video
people's
started with
eyebrow?
him already out of the car, so I didn't
Aw.
see. But
Man,
it's against the law. He should get pulled over because he's a celebrity. It doesn't matter. He should get a ticket. It doesn't matter. With celebrities, I would imagine a lot of them, if they're driving their own cars, have very dark tints because they don't want people to see them in the
Sure.
car. So I think it makes a little sense there. I'm not saying there should be a celebrity rule for it, but The Rock is like, the $120 fine I'm going to pay for this, I'm okay with that versus everybody being able to see me in my car and people act weird when they see you or act different and everybody's driving. You don't want to cause a ruckus. I understand it. I understand.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's better than Tiger Woods driving drunk.
Yes.
I mean, that was
exactly.
pathetic.
Yes, exactly.
And then calling the president. That was so pathetic.
You gotta help me out here. So top stories. What do we got this week? Let me tell you, boy, oh boy, do we have a top story when it comes to the software hardware sales of the week?
Why are you asking me?
We had a change to Circana numbers, never before seen, and it forever changes the game that we're going to
The
play.
game.
But that's later. All right. Virtuous is a company that has done a lot of ports from other platforms to the original Switch. They did Dark Souls, they did Nier Automata, they did The Outer Worlds, they did BioShock, and others. They are definitely one of the port experts on the Switch. And they say if they have it their way, they're not done. And they want to go for 2 of the holy grails of ports on Switch. They had one of their team members spoke to Pocket Tactics in an interview, Andy Fong over at Virtuous, and they said they still think the Switch has plenty of life in it, which it certainly does, without a doubt. 100% games are going to be coming out for the Switch for years to come. Even Nintendo said they're going to do more Switch games. But they are saying as far as, impossible ports, there's 2 they really want to tackle and would like to be able to give it a shot. They specifically called out Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. They said, we want to do those. They said, we're personally big fans, and we believe these games can shine again on the Switch, delighting even more players. They are eager to adapt to those games. They're not saying they've been given the opportunity. They're not saying they've had talks about it. They are just saying, we want to do it, and we think we can make them shine for a whole new audience. And I say, go for it.
They're talking about the Switch 2.
No, they're talking about the original Switch. That's why they want to do it. They're one of the teams that handles impossible ports. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 could be done without much fuss. It's not going to look anywhere near as good, but it will, as mechanically and what that game's doing, I really don't think there'd be a problem there at all. It will not look anywhere near as good, but I think it could be doable. Grand Theft Auto, with the way you transition between the characters and all that stuff, and other stuff in there, I'm not saying it couldn't be done. I think it could be done. I think that one would be the tougher of the 2. But I think they could both be done. Now, could they be done with concessions that are still within line with what people are willing to accept? I don't know. Because look at The Witcher 3 on Switch. That was a wonderful port and did amazing things, but it doesn't look anywhere near as good as the other versions. But still, that sucker sold millions of copies. So people were like, yes, the concessions made here are within reason. And for the portability of the game, or just to own it again or whatever, I am willing to jump in here. So that can 100% happen. Now, how much? I mean, look at Kingdom Come Deliverance. That came to the Switch as well. And from my understanding, it's a stellar port. So it could happen. And it would be so interesting. And that's the other thing. Mikey Vids or Laxter says GTA 5 was on PS3 and Xbox 360. That's also very true. But again, PS3 and Xbox 360 had some legs up on the Switch in some ways. Switch has legs up in another way. But there's concessions that would have to be made. So how much is doable? How much is possible? And how much is it worth to get to a game where maybe you're like, this has had too much removed from it. This is too different. This is too much has been culled. I don't know. But yeah, I love
A demake.
a demake, and I don't even want to call those a demake, but I love those challenges when developers are like, yeah, let's see what we can do here. So yeah, I would love to see it. Is it going to happen? I got no idea.
In the words of Ian Malcolm, they were so preoccupied whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
But apparently, I'm sure these are things that Rockstar has thought about doing, and maybe they didn't have the time or the money or the manpower, or maybe they thought it just wasn't feasible or wouldn't be worth the cost
do
or
it
whatever.
For Switch 2, though, it doesn't even make sense.
Because Switch 2 has 20 million users and Switch 1 has 156.7 million users. Like I said, like the proof is in all the other impossible ports that went to Switch years after those games came out. Those sold, in most cases, millions of units. So yeah, you would aim for the bigger install base first off. Without that, give the Switch 2 like a couple more years, and then you'd be like, okay, let's you got 40 million, 60 million users on Switch 2. Then you're like, all right, maybe we should give this a thought, see what we can do.
As one wise man also once said, congratulations.
Well, I just want to stress this because it seems like sometimes you forget this. This can exist, and you don't have to look at it, buy it, or play it, and you can still play the games you love on your other systems.
Me. It confuses me. It confuses me. Why? Like, I know you're saying there's more people that own the Switch, but it's like, wouldn't the people that own the Switch want it to look and play great?
See,
you're saying it can look and play great.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, you played Witcher on Switch.
I did.
And it doesn't look as good, but you still played it.
I did.
Even you could be won over. So there's people that won't take as much wooing to win them over. And people will be like, I don't want to spend all the money on a Steam Deck to play Red Dead Redemption 2. I already have the Switch. And if I could get a port over there, that'd be great.
Good luck shooting small game birds in Red Dead 2 on your Switch screen. Okay?
I actually heard that they are doing a Red Dead Redemption 2 port on Switch, and they said they're adding in 600 new rat hats.
Day one. And if you can get me a copy, I'll review it.
Oh, yes. I'm so glad you said this. I meant to say this beforehand. You are not allowed to talk about what you're doing.
Okay.
I meant to tell you that before the show, and I forgot. You can't even reference what's going on.
Okay.
Nothing.
Well, now everyone's going to want to know, but I won't say
that's fine.
anything.
They will know later on. And you can't say anything. And please don't even try and do a sly joke about it.
I'm not.
I will be destroyed.
I will never.
Yes, I believe you would. It's just I am an idiot and I forgot to mention it before.
My mind is thinking of a sly joke.
I know. That's why I'm telling you not to do it, because I know that's immediately where you go.
Because there's a lot of funny ones, but they're not that sly, so I can't say them.
I can hear one. See, when you think sly to you is saying one word with like a certain inflection, but the rest of it is not sly.
I mean, I'm the same
way.
you
mean I shouldn't talk about this thing?
I mean, I'm that way too.
I know. You're terrible at it too, but you're coming from like a place of being genuine about it, and you're coming from a place of I want to get the joke out.
I want to be dastardly.
Yeah, so I'm sorry.
Genuinely bad at lying.
I'm sorry to do that to everybody live. I apologize. You'll find out soon enough. I can't even tell you when, but you will find out soon enough. Because if I told you when, then you'd probably know what I'm talking about. And that's enough about that. Moving on.
Who are you talking to?
I already did that one. Rumor alert.
Whoop.
Nintendo Direct in mid-June. This comes from your best friend, Mr. Grubb. Jeff Grubb. All right. And yes, I know when I write these stories, everybody's like, oh, a rumor of a Direct in June? What a shocker. Listen, I know all that, but you have to keep in mind, not everybody has been following Nintendo forever, and they might not know all the intricacies of this stuff. So they might see this and be like, "Oh, that's exciting." But yes, when I'm writing it, I'm like, "Oh, a direct in June! What a surprise!" But I have to write for everybody, not for.
This is so
specific
stressful
people.
being you, man. I don't know how you
make
do it.
one little post about mixtape,
Like-
and then 9 million people are talking about what you said. But anyway, direct, rumored, Mr. Grubb. He said mid-June. He doesn't have specifics on whether it will be a traditional direct or not, but he assumes it will be a traditional direct. So if you've been waiting for your full fat Nintendo Direct, the rumor is it is happening in June, mid-June. So we shall see, and I will begrudgingly be there to cover it if and when that does happen. Blah, 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 blah. First comment comes from Nintendo. Me, when and they have the top rated comment. Me, when I predict the thing that has happened consistently for the last decade. Yes, that's exactly how I feel about this when I'm writing it, but we got to put it out there. So listen, I believe it or not, I'm not a Nintendo fan who knows a buttload about Nintendo, yet I'm still surprised when there's a direct coming in June. I'm not like, "Oh, this is amazing." I also think the same thing when I'm writing it, but there you go. This is a top story Pokemon related, and I'm going to pull the veil
figured.
back here a little bit.
Thank goodness.
I think you might actually enjoy this one.
Ooh.
There's a man suing Nintendo and Pokemon Company for $340,000 because they would not let him become a Pokemon professor.
This is supposed to be sealed. They're not supposed to be telling my lawsuit stuff. My lawyer told me not to talk about this yet.
So your pseudonym is Kyle Owens, 34-year-old Kyle Owens.
blow it
It's
all up.
Professor Owens to you.
No, it's
Thank you
not
very much.
Professor Owens. We know it's not.
Well,
In his heart, it
Kyle
is.
Owens wanted to be a Pokemon professor. This is an actual thing that you can do through Pokemon Company. You can sign up to try and be a Pokemon professor. What do Pokemon professors do? They are officially recognized Pokemon professors, and they offer time to
We've
play.
met a Pokemon professor, haven't we?
We met the only real deal one.
Okay.
They offer their time at play Pokemon events around the world. They work with assistants and judges and ambassadors.
Is there
They're
a test?
ambassadors for Play Pokemon program. But not everyone who signs up will make the cut, obviously. And yes, there is a test, Mom Brain. So Kyle Owens took the test because he's like, I am the perfect person to
this
be a
is
Pokemon
the wrestler,
professor.
the same wrestler.
Close.
Hmm?
Kevin Owens.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Rest in peace, Kevin Owens. Your career.
He's dead?
No, he hasn't wrestled in forever because he's another one that's like, my neck is broken. I don't know if I'll ever wrestle again.
Oh man.
Still isn't back, and it's been a long time.
Woke,
Look at that
getting
bird,
hurt.
big- It had a big piece of paper in its mouth.
Oh, it did. It's sitting right by
Yeah.
the paper. Is that a note? Go see what the note says. We got to. Did we just get a?
Oh my
is this a
God.
carrier pigeon?
It's
Get it before it brings that note back.
It's your monthly Twitter bill.
Watch. Wash your hands after that. It's probably diseased.
That'd be funny if he had like little birds giving bills to everybody.
So Kyle Owens took this test, and he got a perfect 100. He answered it every single question.
So what's the
correctly.
problem then?
Well, when you take these tests, you also do. Our Pokemon Company performs a background check,
Oh,
and he got a response saying he would be excluded from the program.
he's an ICE agent.
And he says it's because of the background check. And he's suing Pokemon Company and Nintendo for $341,000. Two woke, says Laxter. That's why.
How much is he?
$341,000. He said that this happened because of a quote old low-level felony that was more than 10 years old. He said this was for a pending arrest warrant, quote, for failing to appear in court on a misdemeanor charge of disorderly conduct by engaging in fighting, possessing, and repairing or selling an offensive weapon, criminal mischief through damage to property.
It's just a part of a CVS receipt.
Oh.
No.
Can you make out anything on there? Can I use it on Fetch?
I don't think so.
Mr. Owens said the application was denied was told it was denied after reviewing the results. And Owens pushed back by saying that his charges, quote, do not show guilty findings, end quote. So he's like, I aced this test. I could have been a Pokemon professor, and you said no. I think that's unfair, so I'm suing you for $341,000. And I promise you, I will be keeping very close watch on this story because I'm desperate to see where it goes.
So, it's not a paid position.
I don't believe it's a paid position. Didn't indicate that it was a paid position.
Where do you get the figure? 341? 141? 341.
341,000.
That's a specific figure.
Where does he get that? He didn't say. But time, emotional damage.
But like, I mean, they get to choose, right? And they looked in his background, and they don't want anybody with like. I know he says that he was innocent or whatever, but like, there's still this mark on his name. They don't want professors of Pokemon to, be felons.
As you would see on the subreddit Anal, which is I am not a lawyer. Anal, it seems like he's got no case here.
Yeah.
Because Pokemon Company doesn't say if you ace the test, you're going to get in.
There's probably small
and
print.
It says we're going to do a background check, and they do the background check, and then it's their own criteria of what comes up that they allow you to become a Pokemon professor or deny you. It's not like they broke their own rules there. They said take the test, background check, both are satisfied to our level of satisfaction. Yes, we will make you one. So I don't know, but I'm Anal. Ninjinister says, is there anything in the verbiage of the role that says that they are obligated to make the applicant a professor? Also, did he pay to take the assessment? I feel like if he didn't lose anything but time and they have no guarantees, he has no case. Also, do their rules explicitly state that something like his felony would exclude him? Since it sounds like it was weapon and or violence related, surely that would be a safety concern, even if it was about a decade ago. I've known actual jobs that refuse to hire someone for less than that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure, but it seems like he has no leg to stand on when it comes to this. But I will be following this every step of the way because I'm so curious, and I would love to know where he got that $341,000.
Yeah, the figure
from
interests me for some reason, just because it's such a weird number. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like knowing what we know about Pokemon Company.
Well, you know everything.
Yeah.
Tell us, fill us in.
It's not happening.
Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, what did they just do? They just did something that was like pretty strict. I forget what it was, but
with the guy playing at the tournament that they took away his win.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna do that, like, trust me, buddy, you're not gonna be a Pokemon professor. Sorry, Uncle Owen.
And this one is more. This one is more cut and dry than that, I think. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. And especially, he's not going to become one now. But I guess he's.
I mean, I feel bad because it's got to feel good to ace the test.
Ace the test, that's
and
terrible.
has anyone done that? Maybe people have done that.
I'm sure plenty have. Yeah, probably a baseline is basing the tests, and then you clear the background check, and then they do whatever.
Yeah, I mean, on the bright side, I don't even want to be.
They actually hired another Pokemon professor. He also aced the test, but he had killed multiple people. But that was fine for Pokemon Company for some reason.
And his name is Professor Mime.
Anyway, moving on.
MPD is out and Circana is in.
Thank you, Josh. Right on cue. Mom Brain, we need you. Because we are explaining the new first time ever. You motherfudger. First time ever situation for Circana, and this is how it will be going forward. Things have changed, people. Circana is handling their numbers different ways now, and I can't vamp about it any longer. So I will sit here in silence. What are you doing? You nursing that bird back to health? Oh, I don't like the way you answered that. You are, aren't you?
The bird wasn't done well.
The bird is the word. All right, so Circana. These are numbers for April 2026. It is United States. It is all platforms, all companies. But here is the big difference. Circana is now including digital sales numbers. Oh, God. Why? Why these big laughs right when I explain something new? The United States. God bless.
I forgot how funny it is because I say it all the time just normally, but the fact that it's
we say it a lot.
So much,
we do say it a lot.
Really gets me.
I'll wait, Mom Brain. We'll just wait.
No, we're good.
I don't believe you.
Good. It's good.
That's why I didn't believe you.
We're good. I am so good.
Okay, so
How about that TikTok about leading the game?
come on now. Don't do this to me. We can do it after Circana,
Okay,
please.
okay.
Again, Circana didn't used to include digital sales numbers for Nintendo. Now they are including, they're not telling you the number, but they're doing their own estimates. So every game on the chart now, including Nintendo, is placed on the chart based on digital sales numbers. Even Nintendo's, which Circana is estimating based on, they're not saying where they're getting the numbers from. But so now we don't have to do the no digital numbers for Nintendo. This is including digital numbers estimated, but including digital numbers. So that greatly changes where Nintendo titles place on the charts, because we're always like, well, it was number 3 here, but if it had digital, it'd probably be number 1. Or, well, it was number 7 here. If it had digital, it'd probably be number 3. All that stuff. No more of that. You're just going with everybody digital. So again, all systems, all companies, United States only. For April, Mom Brain, we will start with you.
Okay. Pokopia.
Pokemon Pokopia. What a smart guess, Mom Brain. It's the game's second month on the charts, and yes, it is there.
Okay.
Pokemon Pokopia is at number 6.
Mario Kart World.
Mario Kart World is. See, it's a crazy guess, but you're correct, because the bundle, as far as we can tell, has pretty much been sold out. So now copies of the game that sell are being sold individually, because the bundle numbers weren't being included before. So now we're just looking at regular sales numbers. Mario Kart World comes in at number 10. Last month it would not have made the cut. This month it did.
Well, I only said it because you said the digital sales. So.
Well,
It was
yeah,
deliberate.
But,
It was
again, a
deliberate,
lot of
the
people,
answer.
17 million copies of that game sold bundled, so they don't count. So now, it'll be floating around in the top 20 somewhere, but it could bounce around month to month. We don't know, but yes, you're in there. Mom Brain.
Tomodachi Life.
Tomodachi Life it debuted in April. Tomodachi Life, numero uno for
Whoa.
April. The number 1 game. It probably would not have been number 1 without the digital estimates in there, but that made it number 1. So yes, great job.
How come Pokopia is not lower on the list?
It's higher.
It's a
lower,
6.
better,
It should
golf.
be like 2 or 1.
Again, because one system has 156 plus million install and one has 20 plus million install. So the Pokopia is selling systems without a doubt. We already know it's made a huge dent, but you can't compete with 156 plus million.
And Tomodachi
units
Life's
out there.
on the original Switch.
Yeah. But we also know that Tomodachi Life kicked up the sales of Switch 2 as well. Nintendo said 40% of people who bought that game bought it on Switch 2. So there you go. But yes, Tomodachi Life number 1. Now it's
Call of Duty, bro.
Call of Duty, bro. Believe it or not,
No way.
Call of Duty is not on here. No Call of Duty. We started with
Yeah, she wins.
you. So you win, Mom Brain. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Let's do
Anytime.
There we go. And we'll give you one of these. Great job. So, yes, we'll start with number 10, Mario Kart World. Then a new debut on the chart at number 9, Saros. Not the best debut for that game, which is sad. I heard it's wonderful, and I do want to get around to playing it. But number 9 debut. So, we'll see where it goes next month. Starfield. Last month, it was 218 on the charts. This month it was 8 because it went to PS5. So that sucks, man. In my opinion, that sucks to see Saros, a brand new IP that's getting great reviews, debut at 9, and Starfield, which has been available for a while on other platforms, then come to PlayStation, and it makes number 8. I'd rather see the original. Well, Starfield's an original IP, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not knocking the game at all by any means. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 is number 7. Pokopia is number 6. Windrose is number 5. Crimson Desert. No, I'm sorry. MLB The Show 26 is number 4. Crimson Desert is number 3. Number 2. This is what we want to see. Pragmata is number 2. Great for Capcom on that one. Awesome debut for a brand new IP. Very cool to see. And then number 1, Tomodachi Life. There you go. Also, we do not have the individual charts anymore. So no more Switch 2, PlayStation, Xbox. Those charts,
Lot
at
of
least at the
changes.
time of posting, was not available. I'll have to go back and check now, but they were not there. A lot of changes going on at Circana. April hardware spending increased 34%. Compared to last year. Switch 2 spending offset the decline seen in other platforms. Switch was down 69%, Xbox was down 43%, PlayStation 5 was down 30%. But Switch 2 sales offset all of those declines, so that's great. Switch 2, once again, best-selling hardware in terms of units and dollars. So it made the most and it sold the most as far as quantity goes. PS5 was number 2 for those. Switch 2 led sales pace of the original Switch once again. 11 months on the market, and now the Switch 2 is 11% ahead of where the original Switch was. So the lead continues, people. And now with the Switch 2 price rising, we're seeing people rush to beat that rise. So Switch is going to see another boost. I believe next month the PS5, so by next month I mean May, I believe PS5 will be the number one bestseller because Sony made their price hike and people rushed to get the PS5 before that price hike went into effect. And we know that gave them their 2 best weeks of sale, followed by their 2 worst weeks of sales. So I still think PS5 will be number 1 in there, but these raising in prices is going to majorly impact how systems are selling for the next few months. Saros is PS5 only, I believe. Laxter, yeah, I think that's it. Tony De La Mancha, if I didn't say hello. They said Hugh Morris made it. Yep, Hugh Morris made Tomodachi Life the number 1 game, of course. That's the only reason why people are being so supportive of that game. And Hugh is feeling a little bit more like himself. Comment Tendonen says Mario Galaxy is suddenly selling a lot more. Can't imagine why. Why would that be? He's saying that jokingly.
Oh,
the Mario movie, which you can now watch at home. The Super Mario Galaxy movie you can watch at home, video on demand, people. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. We will do this. Nintendo has teased a Lego Donkey Kong set on the Nintendo Today app. They put out a little teaser video that showed a Lego Donkey Kong barrel, as in from the original Donkey Kong. They showed that rolling across a table, and they didn't say anything else. So we will hear more details about this later, but a Lego Donkey Kong set that seems to be inspired by the original Donkey Kong is in the works. Comment from Human Fart, and they say, I can picture a crank to lift the barrels back up to the top while also making DK move. Could be a nice interactive set. I think you're right on the money with that. I think that's close to something we will get, yes. In our other Pokemon-related top story of the week, Pokemon Company's never-ending fight against scalpers continues. And in Japan, they are considering, although it doesn't really seem like considering, they say they're considering a new tactic to push back against scalpers and problems at Pokemon events. And it's a drastic one. If this plan goes into effect, it will happen in August. It is only for Japan. Again, they say they're considering it, but it doesn't seem like considering. It seems like they're going to do it. Those in Japan will have to use a form of government ID to purchase their Pokemon cards or other Pokemon products, select Pokemon products. So Japan has these things called My Number cards, which are individual identification cards from the government. And these would have to be shown in order for people to buy, the latest Pokemon trading card game thing, because those sell out like crazy, and other Pokemon merchandise that sells out like crazy because scalpers all the time. It'd also be used for registration in some official tournaments, but not all. So you would need to have these cards on you just to verify, and then you would be able to get access to the products you're looking to purchase. This is a rather drastic step in order to trying to stave off scalpers, but the scalper situation is horrendous, and we see not only do people not get a chance to buy these products, not only do these products go on third-party reseller sites for insane amounts of money, we also see real-life situations where people get into fights, get hurt, police are called, guns are fired, all kinds of craziness, and obviously Pokemon Company doesn't want to have anything to do with that. So at least in Japan, they're gonna, it seems like, try this new approach and see how it goes. So whether that goes to somewhere else, we don't know. But
And if that doesn't work, they can just stop making games and merch. Next story.
I was going to say, what would a fan like you do? You'd be devastated.
I would be devastated, but if it means stopping the scalpers, I think we should all
Drastic times
toe the
call
line.
for
Do our
drastic
part.
measures.
Yes.
Aussie McBucket says, gosh, that seems so crazy, but I can only imagine how difficult this must be to navigate. Good for them for actually trying to do something that allows everyone to have an opportunity to enjoy. Yes, I think their thinking is if you're an adult, you can do it. And if you're a kid, your parents probably going to be buying it for you anyway. So it shouldn't really be a problem. And there will be people who bitch and moan, of course. But I say let them really. Like when it comes to how bad this situation is and only seems to be getting worse, then yeah, go ahead, try it. And
Yeah,
we'll
try it.
see what happens.
It stinks that it's the age-old thing, where there's like a bad kid in class and the entire class gets punished because of the bad kid. They
Yeah.
all have to whatever they have to do. It's that exact thing. But, if it's that bad, then try something.
Try it, yeah.
Why
And if
not?
it ends up being a disaster, it's a disaster and you don't do it anymore. But yeah, I can't fault them for trying something because it's that crazy right now. Moving on. Mom Brain, you know this. Where's my music? Oh, right here.
Music.
Umami. Woo woo. Umami, you know it. It's time for Rummy Cowboys. Savory. Releases of the week. What do we get? May 21st, 2026? Let me tell you. Over on the Switch 2 side of things, you can get Arcade Archives 2, Mr. Do. I have seen Mr. Do. I've never played Mr. Do. And that's D-O, not D-E-U-X, like the Mr. Do at the table. Also, Bubsy 4D is available today, people. Bubsy is back, and this time the game is actually good. You can get that on Switch 2 and Switch if you'd like.
Bubsy's playing 4D chess.
Bubsy is back. Oh my God, that's true. Coffee Talk Tokyo is available. My cousin was just saying that her son's girlfriend recommended that she tried Coffee Talk because she thought that she would like it. And I said to my cousin, that is really funny because a new Coffee Talk just came out today. And here it is, Coffee Talk Tokyo. Console Archives, Master of Monsters, Disciples of Gaia is available on Switch 2. FZ, Formation Z, R-Type Dimensions 3, Tales of Arise, Beyond the Dawn Edition. That is, from what I've heard, a stellar RPG. Perhaps a little bloated, but a stellar RPG, and now a special version is out on the Switch.
I hate to make this joke because it's so base, but I read it as Tales of Arse.
Tales of Arse, Beyond the Dawn Edition. No, I hear it's not Arse. I hear it's good. And then finally on Switch 2, exclusively, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book with Mr. E, which stands for Mr. Encyclopedia.
Oh,
What about
I don't trust him.
it's that mustache. What about Switch? You get Alexandria 4, Arcade Archives, Mr. Do, Bag Fight, Birushana Winds of Fate, Bubsy 4D, Cats and Seek Tokyo, Chicken Climber, Coffee Fox, Kim Samuel, Cosmic Mirage, Dice Goblins, Clicker, Idle Dice, and Incremental, the MSX2 Plus version of Laydock 2 Last Attack, Eternal Exodus, Gunect version 2, Habitat Shapes the Tropical Journey, Hey Freddy Pro, Hades Uprising, King of Tokyo, Lumen Tale, Memories of Trey, Nero and Psy. What's the F? What's the fancy written F? How do you say that? Function,
I think. Right? Like in math?
Integral Edition, yes. Nitro City Racing, huh?
I think that's what it is.
Parkour Obby Toxic Escape, Planet WoW Wildlife Adventure, Poco's Arctic Quest, Q Collection, Rails of... What? Oh, sorry, I was paying
It'll
attention
keep
to the
going.
music. Oh, sorry, I screwed up. Rails of Dead Zombie Survival Simulator, Road Trip Ruckus RV Survival Crew, R-Type Dimensions 3, Rugrats Retro Rewind Collection. I believe that is 6 classic Rugrats games in one digital or physical package. Sapphire Tempest, Schrodinger's Call, Slots and Daggers, Star Bites, Summer House, Table Flip Simulator, The Last Ladybug, Warrior Survivor, and finally Yolked. One comment from Popple, who says been very excited for Yoshi. Pre-downloaded last night. Was hoping to put a lot of time into it this 3-day weekend. ARMC's also almost sold me on Bubsy 4D, though I will probably wait for a sale on that one in a year or two. Well, remember, go play the demo. Free demo available right now, and the Umami releases are leaving the station to make way for...
What are the next European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nicky's sweet releases.
Thank you, Josh. Nikki Hill, we speak your name. Would you do the honors?
Uku.
And what Laxer says function is in calculus. So.
Remember, anything more than a jiggle.
Oh, because I'm going to pee?
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to pee.
Oh, for jiggle.
By the way, hold on. Let me say this real quick. I'm so sorry to jump in again. Oh, we're good. Okay, go ahead.
All right, it's time for the European eShop releases for the week of May 21st, the year of our Lord 2026. This is Stu Michaels. Nikki Hill, we speak your name. What are you planning to pick up? For Switch 2, we have Arcade Archives 2, Mr. Do, Coffee Talk Tokyo, Dark Auction, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, FZ Formation Z, R-Type Dimensions 3, and Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. For regular Switch, we have Alexandria 4, Arcade Archives Mr. Do, we got Atomic Owl, Backrooms, Bad Raccoon, Ball Rush 3, Car Sales Simulator 2026, but bunch of ball rushing bastards. Cats and Seek Tokyo,
Ooh.
Chained Climb Together Local Co-op, Coffee Fox, Kim Samwal, Coffee Talk Tokyo, Cook the Word, Cosmic Mirage, Crafty Survivors, Dice Goblins Clicker, Dino Boys, Catch Dinosaurs and Raise Anime Primeval Boys. Oh my god. That sounds fun. Egg Console, Laydock 2, Last Attack, MSX2 Plus. Escape Tsunami for Brain Rots. Escape Tsunami for Brain Rots. Flight Simulator 2026. Goonect 2. Habitat Shapes, The Tropical Journey. Hades Uprising. Heroin Anthem 02, Scale Scars Oath. Little Helper Cafe, Sugar Cubes. Lost Islands. Paw Bay. Pick and Place. Planet Romance Girls, Conquer the Zodiac Horoscope. Planet Wow, Wildlife Adventure.
Oh, we want.
Poco's Arctic Quest. Rails of the Dead, Zombie Simulator Survivor. Rails of the Dead Zombie Survival Simulator, Retro Collection 3-in-1, Road Trick Ruckus RV Survival Crew, Rune Dice, Sapphire Tempest, Sheep in Love,
Ooh.
Skyforge Trails, Sky Meadow, Slots and Daggers, Solitaire Legends, Fables and Fairy Tales, Subway Simulator Underground Train Remaster, Summer House, Sunset Motel, Table Flip Simulator. Ooh, is that the
Miyamoto's
Miyamoto
favorite.
game? The Last Ladybug, Tiny Builders Coloring Books for Kids, and last but not least, Yolt. We do have a comment from Kalas. Table Flip Simulator. I can't believe Miyamoto was developing his own indie project in secret. Let's hope Nintendo doesn't find out. Well, you just outed him, Kalas.
It's over. It's over.
He'll be fired.
Oh,
next
there we
week.
go. I like that GIF I still of Muscle Man from regular show.
He looks sweaty.
And that's funny because we can actually talk about regular show. Thank you, and thank you, Nikki Hill. We speak your name. Mom Brain, what have you been playing?
Nothing.
Okay. What have you been playing?
Uku. Playing The Long Dark, playing Animal Crossing Old Horizons. Nothing new this week in that. Played a little bit of Fortnite.
Warms my heart that everybody loves the regular show emote so much.
Yeah, I had to. I've never seen an episode of regular show, but I had to get the emote. I might have seen one or two.
I know you saw Death Bear because I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Death Bear.
Yeah, so I've seen one along the years, but don't really know anything about them. Just recognize the characters. But there's a great emote in Fortnite now where they just say "ho" and like shake their hands like it's almost like an Arsenio Hall thing.
That's what it. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
But apparently when they first came out with the emote, it wasn't long. It was like very short, and the
anyone
humor,
who watches the show knows the point is it goes on for too long usually, and they do it, and it annoys Benson. And when they did the emote, it was like very quick. I was like, no, now I don't want it. That ruins it. So when they brought it back, they fixed it.
Did you get a notification saying that they changed it or anything? Because I wouldn't have looked twice at it when it came back, knowing that it was
I was
short.
so annoyed about it that I followed the whole saga. And like when after the first run of it being in the store, they said they were going to fix it and make it longer. So I figured when it returned, it would be the longer version. And when I saw it there, I was like, well, now's the time.
Yeah, it's great. It's become a staple. Whenever we win, we have to like run to each other and do that quick, and then our other friend Brian halfway through that has to switch to the fireball emote, and then we all have to hit that, only because the O one doesn't like it. It
lasts long, but it does.
But it's not infinite.
It's like a lot of the dances will go on forever. So we want to do the O, and then when it ends, swap, or not even when it ends. Do the O for a while, and then swap
do the O
over
for a while, baby.
to something that actually
plays
us into the next game. So it's very important. It's very.
But I big surprise. I like what Fortnite has done with zero build. So. Big fan of the Pocket Grandma, which is a shockwave grenade, and the Honorary Billy, which is one small shield that you get to drop with.
Freddie Fro asks, "Are we still forgetting to switch to your pickaxe for unlimited sprint?" We're not really, because we keep making a point of reminding everybody to do this stuff. So I think it's being like ingrained to all of our memory. I happen to run with my pickaxe out a lot anyway. I don't know why, I just do. So I didn't have a problem with that. It took me a little bit to remember about the Pocket Grandma, but I think we're pretty good on everything now.
Yeah. I mean, the running with the pickaxe is the one that I still forget to do. I never have the pickaxe out. I feel naked with the pickaxe out. So I think that's probably why I'm never thinking about it. But yeah, the pocket shockwave is excellent. It's like saved my butt a whole bunch. Being able to jump from anywhere and pull your parachute is great.
It's the best. I love that so much. It just makes the map that much more fun to traverse. It's just enjoyable. It's just fun.
It's fun. Like I could, I'm not that type of a competitive player. I do love Fortnite. I love when we win, and
you gave those guys
I love
the dip the other night, man. You had them running all over the place.
Yeah, they finally caught me, but yeah, I had the dual pistols with like the dash. I had those the grandpa shockwaves, which are like nitro shockwave grenades, and then I had gloves, and I had the Pocket Grandma, and I had the golden staff to heal myself. So I was just like, the circle was so small, and everyone was like trying to get me, and I just kept like flying from one end to the other, and like
usually somebody has like one or two things to expend for traversal, and then you're stuck somewhere. But was just all over the place all the time, and by the time like he finished up the last thing, the other thing replenished, and he could go back. It was amazing. It was
awesome.
He made these two people really work to get that kill at the end.
They had to work. I also like, there was one where Brian and I were approaching a bad boy who was in a shrub, and like Brian's a really great shot. So like the key to helping him out is to like distract a bad guy so he can just shoot the guy. So I was like, what am I gonna do? So I ran up to the shrub and like uppercutted with the gloves.
Amazing.
And it like shot him in the air out of the shrub, and Brian was able to take him out.
I was crawling, I was down, but I was watching Dew from the other side, and I saw Dew run up to the bush and do the uppercut, and I saw the other guy fly out the top, and I was like, was he hiding in there? Because I didn't know. It was so good. It's so much fun.
It's great because I can't, I knew he had to be in the bush, but anyways,
Was it full bush?
Full bush.
It was
Got
a
him-
full
he-
bush.
Do full bushed him without a doubt. Got him in the full bush.
It's full bush or bust.
Summertime full bush.
Full bush, just full bush.
Well, it was a bust for that guy.
Yeah, I fisted that full bush.
But anyway.
But yeah, so I'm really liking all of those changes. Yeah, I guess what I was gonna say was I don't love competition, but I like to win, obviously, and like I don't mind the gunplay in it. I think it's really well done and it's fun. But me personally, I could just like traverse around and like hop from one place to the other and parachute from one place to the other. It's just very, very fun to move around like that. So I'm glad that there's so many traversal options. So been having a lot of fun with the new Fortnite as usual, and played a bunch of Vampire Crawlers. That's like my new jam. Played a ton of Vampire Crawlers. I've unlocked most of the unlocks that you can get. I still have some blacksmith and jeweler upgrades to go, but as far as like crawlers themselves and unlocks, as far as I know, I've got them all. There are maybe four challenges maybe that I haven't achieved yet, as far as like the unlocks go. And I think it's just because I play a very specific way, because the 4 challenges are it's like get a combo of 15 and then get a combo of 20 and and like I think my highest combo is 12, and I don't even know what a combo is. Like I think it's literally the first thing the game teaches you, and I skipped right through it, and I've been playing for 2 weeks straight, and it hasn't affected me. What's great about it is you can, even if you don't make any progress in a run, if you make gold, you can buy like all kinds of upgrades, and then you're that much stronger. So now that I have all these upgrades that I've bought, it's I can like really rush through a lot of the stages in a good way, in like a fun, satisfying way. But yeah, I really like Vampire Crawlers. It's been great. So, but yeah, that's all that I've been playing this week. RMC, what have you been playing?
Thanks for asking. Played Fortnite, having fun. Really like this season a lot. Very enjoyable. Played more Mina the Hollower, but I really don't have much else to say about it right now because I'm gonna be talking about it with the reviews. So everything I said last week still stands, and I gave you the accessibility rundown modifier talk earlier. So yeah, I look forward to my review coming up soon. I played Yoshi and a Mysterious Book. I started Yoshi and a Mysterious Book yesterday. I've been very interested in this game because I knew it was more of a puzzle platformer than it was like a, jump on enemy head platformer. So I was eager to give it a go. And let me tell you, this Mr. E has a whole bunch of stuff going on in his book that I'm like, wow, a lot of these really make you think on how to do this. So it'll be like, you look at something in Mr. E's book and it takes you to a level, and you go to this, whatever, I don't know what the flowers are called, but that's the first stage. And I was like, I'm going to clear out the first stage before I go to the second stage. And you learn like, there's empty pages of the book, and you can spend money to look at silhouettes for what else fills out the book, and then you can go in the book and try and make them happen, or you could spend more money for a hint on how to make these things happen. But that's, something like Crazy Daisy. You're right, Radical Defect. I don't want to do that. I want to solve the puzzles on my own because that's fun. So I do want to know they exist, but then I go into the level and decide for myself. So it was like, little things you discover right off the bat with these enemies. It's like, run by flower buds with this, and they're not even enemies, they're just NPCs. Run by the flowers buds with these NPCs and they'll grow the flowers, or trying to think of the most basic ones there are. See what happens when you pick them up, or see what happens when you eat them, and just stuff like that. But then you'll get to silhouettes in the book that are like, there's a lot of them where you're like, how do I do this? Because you have to look at what you can do in a stage, and it really makes you think beyond what you think you should be able to do, or really makes you think of the stage in a different way. Though there will be one that's like, grow a plant, or paint this with every color flower, or I'm like failing to think of the more detailed ones, but it's ones that you get in there where you're like, hi, did I say hi, Guy Bones? I'm like, this is really interesting, because some of these really make you wonder, like, how the hell am I supposed to get this done? Because like the little description, you'll be like, oh, I think I know what it's going for, but fist the bush. That's right, SD. So I really like that, the fact that you really have to think. But again, it's you only think as much as you want to, because then you can pay money to have a hint, and the hint will give you a much better idea of what you need to do to accomplish this goal in the book. So I played for over an hour, and all I did was stuff in the first level. And it was kind of like Super Mario 64, where like you have a painting and you go into the painting, and then there's like a whole bunch of different things to do in that painting. And this is, you go into a page in the book, or for a specific character in the book, and you keep finding things to do on those pages, and you have to figure out how to do them. So I think by the time I quit playing, and I don't think there were any more things to do in that part of the book, at least until I learned more stuff. I did like 34 different things that were in there. So there were a lot of things just in this first page of the book. So I'm very excited to explore the other levels and see what you do. The game plays great. The game looks great. The game sounds great. It's just very much not a standard platformer in what you're aiming to do. It's not like run left or right and beat the level. This is explore the level, accomplish the goals that you have right in the beginning, and then if you want, you can go to the next level, or try and do all these other challenges that are there and figure out how to make the characters do this, or how you can get this thing done, or what. Like, I guarantee the game will make you think of things, or it will make you see platformers in a way that you haven't thought of them before. And it's really interesting. That's why this is the best reviewed Yoshi game in the last 10 years. A lot of people are really seeing this game as something special, because it is really, I can't think of another platformer that does things quite like this. It has pieces of other platformers, but as a whole, it's really not like any other platformer I've played. Some of the mechanics and pieces of other platformers are there, but they come together to make something that's pretty darn unique. So I could see this game not being someone's cup of tea if they just wanted a platformer where you beat enemies and go to the end of the level. That's very much not what you're getting here. This is like a platformer where the main mechanic is puzzling. So I'm down with it. I really like it. And you see levels open up, and you see characters do things that you wouldn't expect or didn't even think was possible at the first point. So it really makes you like drill down into mechanics and learn stuff and do trial and error and explore. And it's really cool, because that's my one complaint with platformers in general, or I guess video games in general. Developers
Whatever the
spend
hell.
so much time making these games, and so often you'll blast through a stage and you'll never see it again. And there's just like so many things to see and do and explore in these stages, but you run through it once and that's pretty much it. And Yoshi in a Mysterious Book gives you the whole reason to play the game is to spend time in these stages and really explore them and look at every nook and cranny. And then on top of all that, there's hidden stuff. There's there's spots in the first level where you're like, is that a hole I can crawl through? And you go in there, and like the wall pulls back, and you can see like a cavern that you can explore with other creatures hanging out in there, and coins to collect, and blah, blah, blah. It's really cool. It's really cool. And it's going to be one of those games that I 100%, because I like the whole purpose of the game is exploring the levels, and I want to find everything I possibly can. So I one level down only. That's it. But again, it took me over an hour, and I believe there's 10. So I'm sure as they go on, they'll get more intricate, and there will be even more things to do. So I like what I've played a lot so far, and I'm eager to get back and play more. But
Are you going to be reviewing this?
up for debate right now. There's other people on staff who would like to review it, so I'll see where my time aligns. But the only other thing I played this week was the demo for The Adventures of Elliot. Brand new demo that's available now. Obviously, if you played the last demo, you'll play this demo, and parts of it will be familiar because that demo was a snapshot of the game. This demo gives you the beginning of the game. So you'll see pieces you've never seen before, and you'll see pieces you have seen before.
Apparently, you find out how he became Elliot, how he was named Elliot, apparently. Someone in the Discord's been reaching out to me wondering what I think of that.
Hey, Rick Filet. You do actually hear that. Yes, it's true. That is not a lie. You find out where Elliot's name came from. Rick Filet says he put 40 minutes into the first stage of Yoshi in a Mysterious Book. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, you find out the origins of Elliot's name, or the most likely origins of Elliot's name. So I look forward to your opinion on that. But
yeah, if I ever get around to playing it.
This was the game that I played hard mode on. There's just something about the way the game phrases its options in the beginning, where it was like the way it described normal. I was like, no, I think I could do more than that. And I read what the hard description, and I was like, yeah, that seems like it fits. So I'm playing on hard mode, and it's a really nice challenge. It's not like the enemies are, I don't think they're more aggressive, but they certainly hit harder. And you change how you walk around because things are that much more dangerous, which I really like. So
is there an easy mode, or is it just, so
there
are
are
3 modes still?
I think there's 4. I think there's easy, normal, hard, and something else. I could be wrong about that. But here's the thing.
The chubs.
Easy, normal,
hard, and
hard,
the chubs. I
and
got
the
you.
chubs.
I have spent over 3 hours with this demo, and I am not done with it yet. It is a ginormous demo, and I, because I'm enjoying the game so much, am doing everything I possibly can. So much so that in the beginning of the game, it did one of those things where it's like, I don't think I should go there yet. I should go talk to whoever. And I'm like, okay, I got you. I'll go do what you want me to do for now. And then I'll go out there.
You never play by the rules.
Well, I have to, because your character walks to a certain spot and then turns around. And it's like, you should go. So there's nothing I could do. But
okay.
Yes, I love everything that I loved about it the first time I was playing it. Obviously, you don't have the same stuff because that demo was meant to give you a taste of like what it's like to have a whole bunch of different things. So you know how in the, at least so far for me in the demo, in the first demo, you had the fairy that let you like zip around between things and all that. That I don't have that here. I don't know if I'll get it. I know it's part of the game, obviously, but I don't have it at the beginning of the game. Yes, Roth is right. He was named after Chris Elliott, the actor. That's
Cabin Boy.
So
I loved that movie.
You are maybe the only one.
Dorothy and I were obsessed. This is how a harem girl dances. Like we were into that movie so much.
And you like Schitt's Creek too?
Yeah, he did something with his hands. Now that
he had that Cartoon Network show that was really good that I liked. He had like a wolf friend in that. I don't remember what it was. But
He's
anyway.
also got that weird. There's that great scene in Scary Movie where he's got that like withered hand.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
He's like, grab my hand.
Yeah, maybe
take
that's
my good hand or something. Like I forget what it is. It's really funny.
So I'm trying to think of what else to say about the game. I have the boomerang and I have the bow and arrow. And I'm using those because enemies are, take away a lot of health. So I'm trying to be careful. I fought some bosses that were not in the other game or in the other demo. It's fantastic. I love it just as much. And I am like to have a demo where I put in 3 hours and there's more to do. I'm like, this is fantastic. It's wonderful. And that save progress crosses over to the full game. So very excited about that. The only complaint I have, which was a complaint I had with the original demo, was that sometimes it's a little too chatty for its own good. And I could just skip it, but I don't because I want to hear it. But there's like times when like you want to... I don't mind games when they're chatty at all. But what I don't like is when a game is like talk, and then you like walk 10 steps and then it's talk again. And then you walk 10 more steps, and I'm like, no. We can't do the start,
Get it
stop,
all
stop.
the way, and let me play a whole level, and then next story bit.
So a little bit So in the very, very beginning, there's a little bit like that where I was like annoyed, but I was also annoyed because I played the first demo, so I know what's up, and I was like, "Oh, don't stop me like this." But after that opening, like I don't know, 30 minutes or so, it found its flow, and I was out there doing whatever the hell I wanted. Hell. So yeah, it's fantastic. I love the demo. If you didn't play the other demo, play this demo. It feels so good to play. It's just a lot of fun. If you like the Mana games or you like Legend of Zelda old school games, you're gonna like this. But it comes out June 18th, so not that far off at all. It is fantastic. I think it's going to be a really big hit for the Switch 2. I know it's on other stuff, but I really think it's going to find a home on Switch 2. So yeah, I look forward each night to sitting down to play more of the demo, and I'm going to be sad when it's over because it's just that much fun. Runs like a dream, looks gorgeous. It's all great. It's all great. So that's what I've been playing. And we have questions. Send your questions to goninpod@gmail.com.
Where?
goninpod@gmail.com.
Maybe I will.
You can ask about Nintendo video games in general, whatever the hell you want. Mom Brain, this was originally the reason I told you to be here for the podcast. We will let you answer first with no one else's input, although I will certainly answer afterwards.
Wow. Okay.
This comes from PT.
Okay, PT.
Lock in, Mom Brain. Are you ready?
I'm locked in.
Blind rank these 7 Muppets.
So you're going to give me one and I have to say where they go, like without hearing all of them. Is that what
that would be a blind ranking as I determine it.
Okay.
Yes.
So hold on. Let me just, I got to.
I guess you should do it along with her then, We'll do it, you guys at the same time, but we'll let her answer first. Is that cool with you?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Rizzo.
Oh
We're saying
God.
1 is the best, 7 is the worst.
I love that Rizzo.
I'm giving Rizzo.
Mom Brain is typing this out on her laptop. I appreciate this.
Gosh, this is tough. I'm going to be disappointed if nobody else. Okay. I'm giving Rizzo 3rd place.
Man,
I cannot tell you
not the rat.
how much I appreciate both of you taking this very seriously. And
well,
I
it's
mean
the
that.
Muppets.
I know.
Did you not just see the beautiful Miss Piggy
On your backpack.
On my
Yes, I
backpack.
saw it.
She's
Let's focus
beautiful.
on this.
I
PT's
love
question
Rizzo
right now.
too, and I am here for the food. When he goes through the, I mean,
Quickest way to Mom Brain's heart.
it's the oldest joke in the book. It's not even funny, but when he goes through the fence that he had to like jump over, I mean, it's so dumb, but God, it gets me every time.
in the Muppets Take Manhattan, I think.
Guys, you're getting sidetracked.
I
we
think it's
have
that
only done one.
where there's a bunch of rats and they're all moving at the same time and their little legs are it's so good.
I'm gonna give him 3 as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him 3.
Sam Eagle.
7. Easy.
I'm gonna put him at 6 just in case there's somebody I don't like as much.
Okay.
I like his color.
Rolf.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Rolf is getting 4.
Okay.
This is tough because Rolf was always my favorite.
ROLF. What are you? I thought you were a Muppet fan.
Are you sure?
All right, I'll take the question. ROLF. ROWLF. You're right. Wow, you're right.
You know, I met him.
I took your
I met him in real life.
took you at face value, and you were
What is it?
correct.
ROWLF?
Yeah.
I would have never known.
I thought it was ROLF.
Which one of us is the true Muppet?
All right. We don't need to do that.
Mine was Ralph with an O instead of an A. That's how I spelled it, and I was wrong as well.
ROLPH?
Yeah,
I love that.
it's not bad. But he gets the number 1 spot for me. He was
Really?
always-
That big of
he
a
was-
fan?
I mean, he was always my favorite as a kid.
Have I ever shown you my picture of him?
Okay.
Do you know he was originally?
Okay. We got to
Yes.
keep going.
Yeah, actually.
He's so cool.
Well, now you got to say that
He was originally made
out of a dog.
to perform in a pedigree dog food commercial. Like that's where
That's
he
the
came
food.
from.
Oh wow.
All right. Next up, Pepe.
2.
Wow, I thought Pepe would have been 1 for
Let's
you.
see that little shrimp.
The prawn.
The
king
prawn.
When he talks into the fan.
When he talks in general.
Oh,
I really like him. He's getting a 5 though for me.
Okay. This now these are not my rules. This is PT's rules. They're saying this counts as 1. Statler and Waldorf.
Oh
6.
man, they'll get a 4.
So what places? Mombrain has 1 and 5 left.
I've
And
got
Dew
2
has-
and 7.
Okay. Bean Bunny.
What the heck's Bean Bunny?
Oh,
Oh wait, no, Bean Bunny. Yeah, that cute little bunny.
Yeah, Bean Bunny's really cute.
hey, we
Shoot.
talking to the microphone here.
See, I didn't realize this was going to be like a deep cuts, so I left. I don't.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't love blind rankings. First of all, I think it takes away from like the point of a ranking system. But we're doing it. Poor Bean Bunny doesn't deserve this, but he's getting a 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him at my number 5, but we have 1 left, and they're gonna be my number 1 because I'm holding out.
Wow. Okay, you're not gonna like your number 1. I don't know how you're gonna feel about what's your number that's left.
2.
Yeah, I don't know how either you're gonna feel.
I
about it.
know who I'd like it to be.
The last one is Dr. Teeth.
Oh man.
I know.
Mm.
I know.
I am not a Dr. Teeth hater like some people are, but
I'm not
he
either.
But he would have never gotten a number 2.
I'd have given Bean Bunny number 1 then had I known.
So I would have given Sam a 6 because I really don't like him.
Yeah, so why not 7th?
Because I'd leave room for another worse one, and that would have been Dr. Teeth. But my problem is I also don't like Rolf, but I wouldn't give him a 6 or a 7. I'd give him like a 4 or a 5.
Why?
Because
Because you hate music.
because I hate music is
But
the
he's
answer.
so
Is it really?
Yeah.
like loving.
That's why Dr.
like-
Teeth is so low.
and he's such a good friend. And he's just
I like Rolf as
and Muppet Babies Rolf is so cute.
I like him as a character, but a big part of his character is the piano playing. I'm just like, I don't want.
I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I think it was a TikTok that I was watching where they said that Skeeter was created for Muppet Babies.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. I know we'd had
It's one of them is true. I don't remember which one, but one of Skeeter Scooter was made for Muppet Babies.
Now
yes.
listen, I will tell you that Kermit and Miss Piggy, I know they're like that's like it's really like
I'm
basic,
sorry, SD. I'm
but
sorry.
they're top on my list.
Who is? I'm
for
sorry.
Sure. Kermit and Piggy. I mean,
That's what I was saving my second place for Kermit because
My
obviously
First place would have been Pepe. I love Pepe
I-
to death, and I
yeah.
would have given Rizzo too.
now
I
Pepe
love
is a
Rizzo.
little, Pepe and Rizzo are great. Pepe is a
Together,
little newer.
together, they are the
Yeah,
best duo.
Yeah, they're a great.
I
duo.
say,
them in the car
in
together.
my eyes, that duo kicks Piggy and Kermit's ass any day of the week. Those two together are
the
fantastic.
sexual tension's not as good between Rizzo and Pepe. Though.
I don't think you've seen enough. I don't think you've
Listen.
seen enough.
I just identify so deeply with Miss Piggy. I just
She is very mean.
I love her so much.
I don't hate my lists. There are some changes I would make now that I have the full name, but not many. I'd move Dr. Teeth from 2 to 6. Sam Eagle would be from 6 to 7, and then Bean Bunny would be bumped up a bit. But really, everything else would be the same.
Yeah, I'd have to take a look, but there's 1, 2. 3. It's a good mix for me of people who I actually like and people who I don't like. Oh, I'm sorry, Muppets I like and Muppets I don't like. But I think you guys should be proud of your list. I think you did a great job. And
Thanks.
PT, feel free to reach out again with 7 more Muppets.
Yeah,
next
that's a
time.
fun one.
Yeah, that was fun.
But for now, we have a Patreon question. Mom Brain, did you know you can join the GoNintendo Patreon
For $1.
for $1? Are you doing music?
Do you want me to do music?
Can you do music?
Sure.
Giant Reggie has this question. Hi, Pod Crew. Which Nintendo character do you think would be the worst to have in a car during a long road trip? And who do you think would be the best?
Navi.
The best or the worst?
Both.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
For getting where you need to go, the best. For hearing her, the worst.
Listen,
Right?
Watch out!
Cookie Maven on the right.
What would be? I mean, I'm just thinking Wario would be bad because of how he smells. Like that car
Yeah.
would smell terrible.
Yeah.
I I think
Peach would be such a like obnoxious passenger princess. I think.
we all know you'd want Daisy more. We get it. You're more of a Daisy. You don't like Miss Piggy and not like Daisy.
Well,
Like they're the
I'm
same
not-
person.
I'm not
Wait,
saying that they're interchangeable.
They got the same attitude.
Daisy's that rude?
Yeah.
I never
Daisy
knew
is
that.
the one with attitude.
You
Yeah.
know what? I feel like Luigi would be nice because I feel like he'd be like, "Do you want to stop? You
He'd be
wanna get a
nice.
drink?
He'd
You
be
want- you
quiet.
want
He'd
me
be
to
afraid to
drive?"
cause trouble. Yeah, he'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I think Kirby would be a nice one to have along. I think Kirby
I
would
feel
just
like I could see him just bopping his head
having
to
a
the
nice
music.
time, hanging out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think Kirby would be good.
Dude, I got a question. Which one of your islanders would you take on a road trip?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's only one answer.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably have to be rolled.
But he'd be stopping constantly to like protein.
Yeah, I would
No,
be.
you'd prepare before you go.
I mean, seriously, I'd have to pick one of my normal
There you go, Rotzel. That's it.
villagers. So I'd probably choose Fauna.
All right.
I'm trying to think of you know who'd make for a fun road trip? Post Clarity Groose. I think Groose would be great to hang out with. You know, not beginning of the game Groose, but end game Groose. I think you'd have a real fun time with that.
Yeah, that's not bad. Once he becomes like, once he wants to become a hero, it gets really gets really great.
Well, what other Nintendo characters we got in here that would be good for hanging out with? I mean, I would love to be with Fox. He'd be a great co-pilot, although he probably wouldn't want to be the co-pilot.
That's true.
Slippy would be annoying. Falco, no way. Leave Falco out.
Yeah,
Stay
you don't
home,
want
Falco.
him.
Peppy would be nice. Peppy would be really nice. He'd be great. He'd give you great ways to get places that like help you get there quicker, but he'd sit back and let you.
He'd be on YouTube looking up AI trailers of like Tom Cruise movies, being like, "Have you seen this?"
As long that's a pretty good impression. As long as he's happy, it's okay. As long as he's
All
happy.
right, okay, fine.
Any other haters or any other people you'd hate to have in the car, or any you'd love to have in the car?
I'd hate to have King Boo. I'd hate to have PD Piranha.
Too big. Don't even have the room for him.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If he's gonna chomp at bad drivers on the road, maybe I'll
Okay.
keep him around.
That'd be fun.
Hate to
wouldn't it?
have that goddamn baby penguin crying the whole time.
Oh, God.
Baby Mario, same reason. Another bad one.
What about just any
babies.
baby? No babies in the car.
There's
That's
got to be a good video game baby.
it. Doesn't matter.
I'm
If
trying to
they're
no,
good.
like now I'm interested in thinking of one. A good
Hmm.
video game. Well, Rugrats video games. I like Tommy. I like Chucky. I don't like Phil and Lil. Angelica can
not?
go to hell. Phil and Lil are weirdos.
Angelica can go to hell.
Phil. I take this back.
I gotta
I
see
don't
this
like
Rugrats.
Phil. I like Lil.
Okay.
I need to. Nintendo, we're having a conversation about Rugrats. I need to hear your thoughts on Phil and Lil, and you don't have a lot of time to give
And
them to
where can Angelica go?
me. Yeah, and where can Angelica go?
And I bet she'll do their rhyme that they do.
What's the rhyme?
Ask her.
I don't remember their rhyme. No, I remember. Hi, my name is Tommy Wami. My diaper
Oh,
smells
maybe
like
that was
old
it.
salami.
Yeah.
I have no hair, but I don't care. Why I want my mommy.
Yeah.
That
maybe
is
that's
the rhyme.
what I was thinking.
I gotta check this show out. Is this a new show? Just
Is
came
it
out,
wait?
or-
Is it Boogery Lil? And I give all my boogers to Phil.
Yep.
They're yellow and green, if you know what I mean. And Angelica is the best. Yes, that's the one. Holy crap! It all came back to me. You're right.
Wow.
One of the best moments in that show, and if you know Rugrats, you already know what I'm going to talk about. It is Stu in the kitchen. I believe it's 3 a.m. making pudding for Angelica because Angelica is a piece of garbage. And Dee Dee walks in and she's like, Stu, what are you doing? And he says, making chocolate pudding. She goes, why? And he goes, because I'm losing control of my life. It's so good. There it is. There it is.
It's relatable.
Making chocolate pudding. 4 a.m. That's it. 4 a.m. Sorry, I got the time wrong because I've lost control of my life. Oh, Stu, it's the best. And Stu was a toy maker. Come on. What
Yeah.
a great. Did he ever make toys that were good? He tried.
He tried.
They always had problems, but Radical Defect says, I repeated your Rugrats preferences to spouse RMC, including Angelica, and they replied, she's 3. I don't care how old Angelica is.
True.
She's an asshole. The whole point of the show is she's an asshole. Every once in a while, she has like a nice moment, and she has a come to Jesus moment. But other than that, what's the girl across the street is the real good 3-year-old. What's her name?
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
Stacy? Is that her name?
No, isn't that Malibu Stacy? Isn't that the doll?
Malibu Stacy is the doll.
Susie.
No, it's not Malibu Stacy.
No, is it just Stacy?
It's probably something like Susie or something.
Susie is correct. Where'd you
Oh,
get
is
that
it?
from?
Is it right?
Susie is correct. yes.
Wow. Guess I am a Rugrat.
And Stacy. Is that the name of the doll?
I feel-
Cynthia is the doll.
Cynthia.
Yes. Malibu Stacy is Simpsons.
Mhm.
Yes. Cynthia is the doll. Yes.
Don't ask me.
Maddie Biss
I'm
says,
just a girl.
Angelica is an asshole. That is correct. There we go. There's Cynthia. Look at her in all her glory. Well, anyway,
She looks a little bit like Jasper.
you're right. Cynthia was the
Guys,
original
it's
Jasper.
Peter.
Except Cynthia, we never. Maybe in like a daydream we heard Cynthia talk, but Angelica heard Cynthia talk. So maybe Cynthia was the
Angelica
evil
heard
one.
a lot of things.
Angelica's a piece of garbage. And yes, I did see All Growed Up, and I still think Angelica's a jerk. So there's that. But anyway, music. Let's do music. Send your music to goninpod@gmail.com.
Where?
Goninpod@gmail.com.
Maybe I will.
Put music in the title. How about your
Hell.
local Mom Brain? And Mom Brain, thanks for helping out your local Do and RMC today.
Sure thing.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
Sure thing. I'd do anything for you guys.
I got music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh, yes. Speaking of music, the Deltarune Piano Collections Volume 1
Cool.
vinyl is now available. If you might remember, GoNintendo got to announce this album. So if you did order it when I announced it, your album should be showing up very shortly, or you should have it now. It should be in your hands. I am lucky enough to get the Dark World variant, which is a limited edition, but it's because I got to announce the thing. So I'm a part of Deltarune history, and it's one of my favorite things that I've ever done. I'm so happy. But you can go buy the album now. I don't think it's sold out, but oh, Mom Brain, I'm so sorry. No time for music because Nintendo has responded.
Okay.
Play the damn thing.
What do you mean? Where can Angelica go? Angelica can go straight to the top as
Oh,
a
That was
CEO,
nice of her
just
to
like
say.
her
this.
mother.
That's right.
My name is Boogery Lil.
You're right.
I give all my boogers to Phil.
Did,
They're yellow
did you
and
ask her
green,
for that?
if you know what I mean.
No.
I told you.
And
Angelica's the best. Well, that's all you're going to get from her.
That's awesome.
I wanted to know how you felt about Phil and Lil, and I said Angelica could go to hell, but I'm sure you're not surprised by that. Mom Brain music while we wait for the next reply.
Okay,
Goodbye, Discord. Goodbye, Unicorn.
This one comes from It's Stitched.
Well, I love it. Oh, that's a Konami sound.
I believe you're correct.
Is this a Castlevania one I don't recognize?
It is.
Oh, I would. Come on, that's so Castlevania. Well, all right. So GBA.
I believe it is.
Oh dear. Here
Yep.
we go. Aria of Sorrow.
No.
Circle of the Moon.
Nope.
Oh, it's the one. There's one more.
Order of Ecclesia.
No.
DS. Yeah, I can think of DS ones. Circle of the Moon. Can I look it up since I know that it's the GBA Castlevania?
Yeah, it's a blank of
Oh, I know.
blank.
Thank you. It's not Portrait of Ruin. It's not Order of Ecclesia. It's not
Dawn of
Harmony
Sorrow.
of
Harmony of Dissonance.
You got it. Harmony of
I was gonna say Despair.
Dissonance.
Wow.
That's a
Didn't
title
look it
for
up.
the ages.
Didn't look it up.
It doesn't even make sense.
Let me give you a hint. It's blank of blank.
All right. This one comes from Wired.
The way you took off your glasses and your eyes looked, you made it look like the song was blowing your mind. Like you're like, oh my God. I got nothing on this one. I like it.
I'm getting a familiar feeling with it, but I don't know if I've heard it actually. And I don't know what it would be, so I give up.
I'm gonna go. I don't know either. I'll go with I don't know.
It sounds very familiar.
Do you know if he knows it?
I don't. It's on Switch 2.
I probably don't know it then. I give up.
Hollow Knight.
It is not. Are we?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mini Shoot Adventures.
Oh, you did know that.
Because I played it. Dang it. That's a great game. Everyone should play that.
Listen to the man. He speaks the truth.
Here comes one from No Blades, No Bows.
Is it a Mario game?
It
You hear steel drum, especially this is N64 steel drum.
is. It is.
So it's a Mario Party or it's a Mario Sport.
It's a Mario Sport.
Golf.
Yeah.
Steel
You got
drum,
it.
Mario. Always go that way. What other games use steel drums? None. Never. Except for Final Fantasy VII in the
Okay.
remake.
This one comes to us
Only 2 games ever.
from our bud Freddie Farrow.
Oh, she's looking at you like you should know it right away.
Just thought maybe I could.
I should know it. It's very, very familiar. Oh my God, this is I've heard this 100
By how much
times.
she's
I bet
drilling
you
it
have.
down, I'm gonna guess the Long Dark.
Oh, The Long Dark.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's it.
That's why
I knew that. I forgot that game was on Nintendo or on the Switch.
Yeah, The Long Dark.
That's cool. Thanks, Freddie Fro.
Freddie Fro said, I sure hope this is a memorable song from the game. Trying to send some do games.
Oh, isn't that nice of them? You can keep
And I
trying.
got it.
That's 2 today that I played and should have known and didn't know either.
All right.
He's too worried about survival and making furniture.
Not anymore. I'm playing on Interloper again, so it's hard. It's very hard. Anyways,
This one's from Slider 64.
This has. Oh, this is all right. I was going to say this has all the trappings of a puzzle game, and then this tells me all I need to know. Because what I was originally going to say is this has all the trappings of a Nintendo puzzle game. So this is some version of Dr. Mario. I just don't know what.
It is. I'll take it.
Dr. Mario, I don't know.
Dr. Mario 64.
Never played that one.
But we'll take it. Yeah.
Ba-doo-doo-doo. One puzzle game I have always sucked at.
Here's one from Tentavision.
I got nothing.
I don't know.
Portable?
It is portable.
GBA?
Yeah.
Scourge, Hive.
No.
I don't even know if this is first party. That noise is familiar.
It is not first party.
That noise is very familiar. Oh, okay. GBA. And it's like, what are we doing here? Are we stealing something? Is this? Are we in?
I don't
Are
think
we
we're
in-
stealing anything.
I got nothing. I have not heard this. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out.
It was Jazz Jackrabbit on the GBA.
Oh, I never played the GBA version.
Apparently.
I played the PC version. Hold on one second. Just first stage song. The first stage song is so good.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, that's not. I mean, that's a great song, but the fart. Just here we go. Just for some reason, hearing this like on the computer, I was like blown away. Oh yeah. Yes, that's right. That's right. Fortnite players. The game you see posters for in Fortnite is a real game. Go play it. It's like Mega Man and Sonic put together. There you go.
So Rocket Knight Adventures.
If he had a gun, yeah, pretty much.
Okay. This one comes to us from Human Fart. It's coming.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh, he gets one.
I love this tune. I love the game. I don't love what they're doing, but I love the game.
The name of the song is Ratty Feasts.
Why do you think I like it so much?
Rat Hat, Rat Feast.
It's probably Rattay Feasts. I would imagine, since
Yeah,
Rattay is like the
R-A-T-T-A-Y.
city. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I just...
That's why I love it so much. Imagine they had a city and they named it Ratty. I love it.
I'd live there.
Rattay, I guess.
That's really beautiful.
I feel quite hungry.
This one comes from Nico Darunia.
Oh, come on. Bum, bum, bum. Now. Okay, this is the 3DS,
Yes.
but what is it? Like, set up the internet.
Yep.
Change your... Okay.
Internet settings.
How amazing is it that they're just like, oh, internet settings? Here's a banger for
Yeah.
you. Like, I mean, what the hell?
That's
That could've been-
the one area that I really don't like about the Switch or the Switch 2, that we don't get any of that stuff. I miss that stuff. We
Yeah, I
need
miss it
those
big
things.
time.
Yeah, definitely need those.
This one comes from Nightwind.
Is this the last one?
I don't know. You're supposed to be
We'll do one
track.
more after this. Oh, that is a GBA sound without a doubt.
Yeah.
What game? No idea. But the song's pretty awesome.
Yeah, cool song.
All right, so I'm gonna guess here. No, I'm not gonna guess the game. I'll guess the company, because that guitar was either Konami, Capcom, or Sega, from what I know.
Sunsoft?
It's none of the above, to my knowledge.
Oh my goodness.
Unless, I mean, I think the company still exists.
Then I should bow out. I don't know. GBA is as good as you're getting from me. Man, this is a good one.
It's a banger.
Yeah, I'm out.
I give up.
Riviera, and it was Atlas.
Oh, really? Well, Sega Atlas, but that didn't count back then. So, man, I don't even know anything about that game. I know I've heard it.
Riviera, the Promised Land.
Huh.
I'm gonna look that up.
Okay, so we have
One more.
one more.
Oh, look at this. So anime. It hurts.
Do Radical Defect, Master Higgins.
You can get it on Steam right now. One of my favorites. I listen to the soundtrack pretty often. Now, this is Capcom. Did you have this as a kid?
No. But it looks like something I would.
If I would look at this and imagine you as a kid, I'd be like, you would see this in the store and be like, I need this game. This is Little Nemo, the Dream Master.
It is.
Great game. Great game, great soundtrack. Feeding creatures candy. Feeding creatures candy.
Okay.
It's about this kid that goes to sleep and wakes up in this magical land, and then you have to go around the levels and you feed animals candy. And then, of course, once they fall asleep, when you feed them the candy, you then wear them as a skin and get their abilities. That is true. So, like, when you become like
that is true.
There's like a frog kind of creature, and when you go over to him after feeding him the candy, you become him, and like his body is wrapped around your body, and your face sticks out through his mouth. So very disconcerting, but
Yeah, I would
great
say.
great game. And funny you should say that, because a brand new Little Nemo the Dream Master is coming to Switch this year. Little Nemo, it's like in Slumberland. I don't remember what it's called. Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland coming to Switch this year, everybody. Also PC. Hand-drawn, looks great, has been delayed for years, but it is actually coming this year. Very excited about it. My sister has a follow-up on Phil and Lil. Let us get to that.
I could take Phil or Lil. They do nothing for me. I find their mother more exciting of a character. Angelica is misunderstood. Probably is ADHD and is going to be diagnosed as a 38-year-old.
I really don't like Phil and Lil's mom.
You're not a big fan of a lesbian?
That's not why. She's like, I didn't like the way she harassed Chaz. She was too gruff towards Chaz.
Okay.
Chucky's dad, come on, Chucky's dad's wife died, and she's got to be like, come on, Chaz, get it together. Chucky's going to be a wimp. You got to blow it out your ass, whatever your name is. I hate that lady. Oh, Mom Brain was whispering something to me that I can't say on the podcast, but yes, 100%. And she wore a headband, right?
I think so.
Oh, come on. All right, that's that. That's all we got. We're out of here.
You'd think so, but you'd be wrong.
What?
Because Du's Views, it's never news. Rumor of the week with Du Michaels. Ladies and gentlemen,
I thought I was starting to.
we never forget about Du's Views here on the GoNintendo podcast. No, we do not. So
Not once, not never.
not once, not never. So I send spiders and flies all over the gaming world. They come back
The royal we.
with news that's rumored to be rumors. So we've got rumors coming to you from my spiders and flies. You're not going to hear them anywhere else. Get excited, people. Oh my goodness. Before I even read this, there's a note here. It's a special note written in spider font. It says here, says that this isn't a rumor. This is actually a true news article. Something that you can only get from a spider and or fly and a do and a view. So
What an honor. What an honor.
here it is. So be ready. This is actually true.
I'm ready.
So we talked earlier about how Virtuous wanted to make GTA, and it's not that, is it?
Anonymous. Yeah, that's it.
It is? Okay.
You also sounded like the guy from Christmas Vacation. Is there Christmas?
Clark County Christmas. Yeah, so Virtuous didn't want to make we reported earlier that Virtuous is interested in making a GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 port for Switch, but that actually was wrong. That was misreporting. It's not for the Switch. They wanted it to be on a system that could actually run the game. So it turns out they're going to be making the games for the GBA. Everybody knows and loves the GBA, and everyone's got one.
I was never more confident than knowing that this would be going to the GBA based on, I mean, it's factual, so that's
It's factual. What can you say? You can't point at me for this one. Only
what,
the spiders and the
GBA,
flies.
What GTA was on GBA?
Chinatown Wars,
Was it
I
Chinatown
believe.
Wars?
Maybe.
GBA. Chinatown Wars.
That might have been the DS or something.
No, I think you're right.
But yeah, they're not doing that one. They're making it look just like GTA 5 because it can be done.
Oh no,
on
it was the DS. It was the DS. Wow.
Yeah.
I think there was some like collection of the originals on GBA.
Maybe.
And that's all we got this week, my friends. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
After show, anything? I said we'd keep it short this week, Mom Brain. We did 228. That's a lot better than usual.
Yeah, that's real short.
Mom Brain, what are your plans for Memorial Day?
For Morrissey Day.
Memorial Day. When Oreos and Cheerios.
Well, I just got a bunch of fabric to make some pocket altars. It's gonna rain all weekend. Otherwise, I'd be outside doing outside things. I'm gonna have coffee with a friend on Sunday morning.
The friend whose name I'm obsessed with.
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm about to finish a book.
Oh, Mike Roddick. I didn't even know you're here. I'm so sorry. Hi, Mike Roddick.
Do some reading probably. I would like to get to see the new Star Wars movie, and I would like to go see Sheep Detectives. If it's gonna rain,
this weekend?
I'm off Monday. Yeah.
What's up?
Is that all this weekend? Both those
Sheep
movies?
Detectives came out same weekend as Obsession. So Obsessed.
So it's been
I think it's Obsession.
Obsession. So we went for Obsession, but we do want to see Sheep Detectives. So it's been a week.
Oh, I stillbird that cat.
Or maybe it's been 2 weeks. I don't know. Sheep Detectives was amazing, says Rick Flay, and I don't doubt it. It's getting amazing reviews. And yes, I want to see the Mandalorian Grogu, of course. But we can make it happen.
Whatever.
We can make it happen.
That's
I know you love just going to the theater in general, which I do as well, and I know you love your popcorn.
Also, I didn't tell you because I was excited to give you the pistachio croissants from Costco. Did you know that Costco sheets are very highly rated? And
I want to feel them.
I have a set in the dryer right now.
I do. By the way, this is great. This is how we'll end it. Mom Bree went to Costco today. I'm jealous that she went without me, but whatever.
I thought I was going to be able
hash
to
that out another time.
I was already out there, and I
check to see if they had the strawberry shortcake thing.
I looked as I was checking out, and they didn't have it. But I thought because it was a Friday, and maybe like it wouldn't be so busy. I was there at like 2:00, packed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
packed. It was nuts.
I bet.
I saw that Costco now does twice their Costco bakery. So Kirkland's signature, double baked pistachio croissants. And I'm a huge pistachio person. Love it. So they're like croissants filled with pistachio cream, whatever. Mom Brain found them at our Costco today. Brought them home. I love almost everything Costco bakery. This is the best Costco bakery thing I've ever had.
Wow.
So if you would like to have one, you're more than welcome. They are generously filled. They are incredible.
Thanks for the offer.
So
sounds delicious.
And everybody else, I'm so sorry, but at least maybe you know about them now, so you can go get them on your own time this weekend. Ice Dilber says, every time I've driven by the Costco near me, the parking lot is full. Don't matter when it's open, the lot is full. That is right. That's how it should be, and that's how it deserves to be. Let's donate to Costco. They're on the right side of things.
We regularly donate to Costco.
More. All right, everybody. If you celebrate Memorial Day, have a great one. If you don't, have a great one anyway. Just have a great weekend in general. Play some games, hang out with friends, family, rest, relax. You deserve it. And we will see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.